Hello everyone, welcome to tonight's stream. I hope you are doing great. Sebastian, Danny Does, and TC Mua Phoenix, how are you all doing in chat? We are going to be hunting for Applin tonight because I do need an extra one for this new Applin Diplin Evo that we are going to be getting, supposedly. We know we're going to be getting in the DLC, which is very exciting. It is the eve before the Indigo disc drops. I'm so pumped for it. I cannot wait for tomorrow. But thank you so much to everyone for joining tonight. We'll kick into the shiny hunt in a moment. Afternoon, Kurt, Ash, how are you doing? Pick a game, Lord LeChonk, Coda, Scuddy, Burn, Jassy, John, Jermaine, and Bun the Bumble. How are you all doing? Amber, how are you as well? I hope you're good. We don't want to waste 3 Herba Mystica. We'll set this all up. Good morning, Amber. Lumpy, how are you doing? I'm home for a live stream. What's up? How are you doing, mate? I've got to stack all of these avocado before we get into anything. I didn't want to waste any of my salty Herba Mystica, so I was like, we'll go with this one. We'll waste some of our spicy and bitter while we do this. And then we can get underway. Once we're all set up, it's all good because we're pretty much AFK and I can kind of keep up with chat. How's everyone feeling for the DLC tomorrow, though? I can't believe it's come round. It's finally happening. Cosmic, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And Stevie, how you doing? Vanith, how you doing? So ready for tomorrow? Me too, buddy. Don't have a good Pokemon to fight the 5-star raid. Well, actually, if you're sticking around for a bit, after we've done the Applin hunt, I do want to do some raids because I need to farm some Herba Mystica. So I thought, if you guys are up for doing some raids online, try and farm some Herba Mystica after this, then that would be awesome if you want to join in, and I'll just host them all. And we'll try and get some Herba together. So that would be really good. Right, let's get set up under this tree and send our Pokemon out, and then come on, Koraidon. Once we get this in the position, come on, this is where we need to I can see it in the tree. There we go. There we go. Should fall. There we go. We're good. All right, I can keep up with chat now while we wait for the green apple to appear. Right. Inkhead Marley, thank you so much for the subscribe. Because good morning, how are you? Hope you're well, and thanks for joining the stream today, bunny. Okay, I wanted to say hi. Can't wait to. Bye everyone. I'll watch you later. Hope you enjoy it when you tune in later. Taking the heart. Can't wait for the Kieran villain arc. I know, right? I know. That is like, I've been watching a lot of TTRTube and all of his theory prediction stuff recently in the lead up to it. Every video I'm like, yes, this is great. I love it. I love all the theory and just getting to the Kieran story and seeing how it's going to unfold and everything. With everything that we've seen from the previews, is going to be very, very exciting. Will the apple stop falling? Come on, Koraidon. There we go. Coda, excited for the DLC and hoping to get my Christmas treat shipped out on time to play it when it drops. Me too as well. I'll be keeping my fingers crossed for you, my friend, and very excited. What time the DLC drop, Majid? So basically it'll be anywhere between an hour before, they reckon an hour before the maintenance, the home maintenance goes live. So it could be from, I think UK time, around 11 PM tomorrow night to around, well, it could be right up to 6 AM, I think, is when the home maintenance stops, or like an hour before it stops. So I think from like, it's a big time range, but I reckon it'll be around 11 or 12 tomorrow night, I think. The latest I could see is like 1 AM UK time, maybe. I don't know. But we'll be going live a bit earlier, so we'll be streaming the whole thing when it comes out. Scott, how are you doing? Joe, how are you? All the smoke want to join? Please keep feeling. And Ken, what's up? How are you doing, Ken? Hope you're well. Mighty, I just hope that they manage to fix the frame rate problems on all the Switch models and experience it a lot, but other people did. Fingers crossed they do. I don't know if it's something that they will fix. Maybe though. Let's hope that is something we see. We find the shiny really early. Thank you, Cosmic. Appreciate it. Mimikyu fan. I got my shiny Applin and evolved it into Diplin a few days ago after the months of trying to get it. Congrats on getting the shiny apple once and for all. I'm pleased that you managed to get it before the DLC drops as well. My name is Sport. How are you doing? Hope you're well. Just wondering, with Regulation F coming in Jan, how would you improve VGC to make it more beginner friendly? Get more variety of Pokemon, as Reg D and E feel too much the same. They definitely do. I think the one thing that you've got to say with Regulation F is you're going to have this influx of, like, Regulation E didn't have an influx of a lot of good Pokemon, right? It kind of reverted back to Reg D in the end anyway, for like that top kind of tier team. Whereas Regulation F and the Pokemon that we're getting introduced in Indigo Disc, I feel are very big game changers. You're getting things like Metagross in there. For one, is going to be a huge player, and there's an array of other things. So I think the format in general is definitely going to take a big shift with the additional Pokemon that we see being added in the Indigo Disc that'll be available. So I think for that reason alone, it'll be a lot better, and a bit more variety as well, I think, going forward. Ronin, how are you doing? Hope you're good. Wouldn't it be easier to do this at Kitakami? Well, I did read that. I've never actually hunted it in Kitakami. If we fail this one, we'll hop over and get an outbreak in Kitakami. But this is just nice and easy, because this is the way I've always hunted Applin. I never hunted it in Kitakami, but I saw Danny's message at the start of the stream before we went live saying that she had success over in Kitakami, like using Encounter Power level 2 sandwich. So that might be something that we could hop over and do as well. Saves us wasting Herba Mystica, and there is a bunch of apples over there, right? We got the apple field, so yeah, probably would be. Lexi, how are you doing? I hope you're good, and thanks for joining the stream. Where I've just lost that. Luckily I got the apples out of the way early this time. Still need to build a team for the DLC though. Kind of don't want to make a try hard team for normal story, but oof, yeah, I know what you mean. I've got 2 teams put together, and I feel like with both of them, I'm like, are they a bit too try hard? I'm not am I better off going down like a more fun route? I'm kind of tied at the minute. I don't know what I really want to do with it, but I just know that the team that I've got will definitely beat anything that I come up against, which might make it easier to kind of run through stuff. But at the same time, do I want to just have a bit more fun with it as well, you know? Shauna, how you doing? Hope you're well. Taking a heart, same. I'd be annoyed if it's right about Briar saying nobody knows. I know, right? Yeah, let's hope that's not the case, right? I do like the time loop theory though. I like that, and the whole paradox thing with Kieran. Crystal, how are you doing? I hope you're good. Satoy the March. I've been doing the same shiny level 100 Magikarp since the stream and haven't got it. I hope you have a lot more luck today. I really do. Let us know how you're getting on with that hunt. Today's the day, I feel it. Sending you lots of shiny luck. Atomic Hawk, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. I am, my friend. Have got to go drop off my prescriptions quickly, but wanted to say hey before I head off. Good luck, and I hope everything goes all right with all the drop-off stuff. And I hope you're doing well as well, my friend. Thanks so much for coming by the stream. Great to see you as always. I've just disrupted it, haven't I? Go on, Coridon. Get back to the tree. I'm gonna have to recall you, aren't I? There we go. We're good. We're good. Lads Leo, how are you doing? I hope you're well. May the shiny gods be with you. Thank you so much, my friend, and I hope you're doing well. Sweet online farming special Pokeballs from the auction house. I was doing it earlier today, and I had like no luck. I must have reset. I don't know, like about a week's worth, and didn't get a single special Pokeball, because it's like I really would kind of like a few more before we go into the Indigo Disc. So I still have that to do. I've got a good amount of them, but I'm like, I kind of want just a few more. Is the UK getting a day before everyone else? I thought it dropped on the 14th of December. So if it drops, I think if it's like 8 a.m. Japan time, it would be like 11 p.m. on the 13th. So we would get it on the 13th. But if it drops 9 a.m. Japan time, that'll be midnight here. So that would be the 14th for us. So a lot of the states, no matter, like, it's going to be morning time in Japan. So a lot of the states are going to get it on the 13th, regardless, just time zone wise. depends what time it drops, because we've not had any concrete information with like an exact time for when it'll be coming out. So who knows? We've got a time period where we know it will be dropping between, from the home maintenance that's happening between like midnight and 6 a.m. UK time, UTC. So it could be any time between those hours, which is like crazy to say, because it's like that's a 6-hour block, right? And when's it going to drop? It could literally drop at any time then. I think it's going to be earlier. I think 11 p.m. midnight might be the time that it drops UK time, but like I say, we'll be going live before then, so we'll be on ready to go when it does drop, and jump straight into it when it does go live, whenever it'll be. Imagine if it's 6 a.m. and we were just sitting there waiting all night, just like, okay, now we're starting. I'm expecting Wednesday night between 7 and 9. I'm ET Canada. Yeah, that makes like, yeah, I think probably, so that would make it like 1, 2 here, right? I don't know. Bradley, how are you doing? I hope you're well. Maybe I'm lost on the locations. Ed, is UK getting it? No, I think it's just the time zones, Ed. It's your boy Sammy. How are you doing? Just got in from work. Hope you've had a good day. See you, absolute legend streaming. Love it. Thank you so much for joining, my friend, and for the kind words as well. Hopefully we get the shiny green apple soon. DLC is coming out at perfect time. I'm having my gallbladder taken out tomorrow. We'll have plenty of time to play it. I really hope, AO Geeks, everything goes well, and we'll be thinking of you tomorrow, and I look forward to you joining us back after you're all healed up, and like you say, some nice time for you to just take, relax, and rest up playing the DLC. It's going to be perfect. V, I've got 4 shiny applins in one sandwich. That is incredible. Is that in Kitakami? Because if it is, I feel like we're in the wrong location here. Ange, how are you doing? Hope you're well. I'll be hunting Scyther today while watching the stream. Good luck with the Scyther hunt. That's awesome, Caleb. I just did this area for the whole Diplin line last week. I used Dragonite as my knockout Pokemon. That's a nice one to use. Nicer than Rhydon and Miraidon, for sure. Infinite Cars, how are you doing? I hope you're well. Man, I need to catch up with the stream. I am so far behind, chat. I am sorry. I am way behind. If I come and try and catch up. Johnny, Nigel, how are you doing? Sadia, how are you? Lexi, how are you? Ben, Tony, I hope you're well. Thanks for joining the stream. I'm going to zip to the end. If I've missed any important comments that anyone's put in, just repeat them. I'll try and keep up with the chat as we're going through. David, all right, I'm almost done with the shiny decks. I need a few more like Finian and Tynamo and SV. Who's got M for trade? Wow, dude, that is very cool. Very close to the shiny decks. That's amazing. Congrats on that. Hyoka, how are you doing? Just got 2 shiny red Flababy and 2 white shiny Flababy. Very nice. The white ones are really difficult for me to come across. For some reason, I have hardly any of them appearing on my map. Missing 2 blue and 2 yellow to complete the whole set. Good luck with the remaining ones. Ran to some random shiny Master Chief. Nice, that's a good one. Sir, how are you doing? Good luck and have a fun stream. Thank you so much, and thanks for dropping by and the comment as well. Caleb, how are you doing? Hope you are well. I wish there were more tree shiny hunts. Me too. I really do. I kind of like the... Have we got the shiny there? No, I don't think we have. I think it's just... Sometimes when the Cridon stops is when there's a shiny in the tree, but no, it's not. It's just sometimes it just stops for no reason as well. For some reason. It's gonna fall. I think you need to stand in the right place, Coridon. There we go. Okay. Tera, lucky to find an outbreak and didn't even need a sandwich to get the sound. The shiny. Nice. That's what we want to happen tonight. What's the best way to get a bunch of candies? I'm trying to prep Blueberry Academy prep, but I'm struggling. Candies, the best way probably is going to be through Tera raids, I would say. If you can just farm the Dialga and Palkia raid events that are on at the minute, they're pretty quick to run through, but you're going to get a lot of candy doing those. So that's probably one of the best, most consistent ways to do it at the minute. I would say just do that raid. Respawn everything on the map so it reappears again, and then kind of repeat that process over and over. You'll be able to get a lot of candies very quickly from that event, but generally just raids. You're going to get a lot of candies doing it that way. Took me 25 date skips to get the white Flababy. Alexis, I'm pleased to hear I'm not the only one. I was like, I originally thought when the event was live and I was going through it and doing it, I was like, is the white one not appearing here? Because it appears in area 0. So I was like, have they just kind of like not done the white one? But yeah, it eventually showed up in the worst place on the snowy mountain, and it was so difficult to see. And then I reset again for a bunch of times and managed to get it in the desert, so it was a lot easier to get after that. So pleased I'm not the only one though. Got out hoping that green Pokemon shiny luck rubs off. I'm continuing my Mewtwo shiny hunt during the stream in Ultra Moon. I'm over 1.7k resets and just one shine. Coda, I'm sending you all my shiny luck. I'd rather you got the shiny Mewtwo tonight then I get the shiny Applin, and thank you so much for the shiny luck as well. And Majed, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Thank you so much, my friend. Very, very generous of you. It's a good thing I'm on holiday from work in time for the DLC. Very excited for you, mate. That is going to be a lot of fun for you to have all this time off when it's dropping as well, and on the run up to Christmas. Very cool. Very nice. Tony, as you mentioned in that video, the white Flababy is rare. Yeah, it's weird. It's so weird because it's like 20%. It's got a 20% chance to spawn, so like the rest of them. So it should just be the kind of the same amount. But I honestly just thought it was myself that was having the problem like spawning it, but obviously not. Come on, Koraidon. I don't like the way that you kind of stand at the tree here. Nick, thank you so much for the subscribe. Right, you stand there. Go after it that way. Ride on. You're not playing ball tonight. There we go. That's the place. That's all you need to do. That's all you need to do. Cameron managed to get the 3 shiny of each flower. Very nice, mate. That is awesome. Mimikyu, get all the starters, but I don't get my Aegislash. I know, right? I'm confused about that because Cyrano has an Aegislash like imprint on his scarf, which makes me feel like it had to have been in the games, right? And it's not even like, you know, it's not a Unova Pokemon, so I'm a little confused by it. Maybe we get a surprise when the DLC drops, maybe. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not feeling too confident on that one though. Johnny, so late. Any insider info for the Applin evolution in the DLC? No, no, mate. I get nothing. I do try to get info from people that I know, but they know me all too well, and I don't even get a conversation started most of the time with that sort of thing. So I wish it did. All you can go off is like the stuff that Q's been putting out, and that's pretty much as good as it's gonna get, I think, until the DLC drops tomorrow, really, unless we get some mad leaks tomorrow, which I'm surprised that we've not had like anything drop just yet, like images and stuff like that, because we got stuff of the previous DLC before that dropped. So I don't know, we might get something, but it's kind of nice as well for like non-spoilers, you know, to just go in and experience it and see it for the first time. So yeah, unfortunately, yeah. Honestly, Johnny, if I could show you the conversations that I try to spark up with certain people that I know work in the Pokemon company, when I see them, it's instant. Like, I always normally have to say, I'm not fishing, I'm just having a conversation and don't want any information. And they're like, yeah, well, if we knew, we couldn't tell you anyway. And it's like, it's kind of that cycle most of the time. It's quite funny though. I do try and push my luck sometimes, but never really get anywhere. And Sajid TV took off the next 10 days so I can play the DLC with my... That is going to be awesome with your son. That is going to be very exciting. I hope you both have a blast playing through it. Danny, I've had one white Flababy outbreak, but did do it in the first and got 2 shinies. Very nice. Just need 1 more to complete the line. That's awesome to hear, Danny. Good luck with the last white one that you need from that. Stevie, please remember to like and subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying the content today. It really helps. Thank you so much, Stevie. You and Professor Oak are the driving force between the like train on the channel. And yes, I will say, if what we got in, 274 of you in the stream at the minute. Thank you so much to each one of you coming out. You can take a second, just drop down and hit the like button. It really does help the channel out. If if you are enjoying the stream, of course. No pressure to do so, but is massively appreciated. Donnie, did you have fun using Florges for Palkia and that? Dalga, I did, mate. It was very good. It's probably the best out of everything because it's just so good, special defensively. Like, Sylveon's really good, but the Florges just absolutely tanks hits, doesn't it? It's a very good build. Enjoyed it, my friend. Now, Johnny, honestly, it is like that. It is like that. And Wilbur, happy birthday. It's my birthday today and I hunted Shiny Garchomp with the Chosen One Mark. Best birthday gift ever. That is an epic birthday and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Thank you so much for coming by the stream tonight, and I hope the rest of your birthday is just as amazing. But what a great shiny to get with that mark as well. I still haven't got anything with that mark myself, so very jealous, but a very nice birthday present. And like I say, happy birthday. Hope you're having a fantastic day, just in time for the DLCs tomorrow as well. It's gonna be a good week. Porsche, how are you doing? Going well, my friend. Thanks for joining the stream. And Sebastian, do you mind showing us your team for the DLC? Because I'm not prepared at all 100%. So after the hunt, I'll not do it right now, but I will go through what I'm kind of planning on using. It's not... One of them's a little bit more exciting than the other one. The other one's kind of just like a very kind of standard. Maybe those of you that don't play VGC might be like, ah, that's kind of interesting. But for anyone familiar with VG, he's going to be like, ah, okay, you're doing that, are you? So... that might be it, but I think it's a strong team and I don't think there's anything that can really beat it. So even with the new Pokemon, I think it's just going to run through like pretty much everything easily. But whether or not I use it or not, I think I might use something a bit more fun. Gen 930, how you doing? These special outbreaks are OP. I found 2 shiny Litwicks and 1 outbreak. That is with just the shiny charm, no sandwich, and consecutively got red, white, and yellow flower for baby. That's amazing. Congrats on all the nice shinies, but the outbreaks are great at the minute. I used the shiny sandwich on the only Litwick outbreak that I did, and I got 9. I got 1 shiny, and another one spawned when I was in the battle with one of the shinies. It was like absolutely nuts. I was like, this is crazy. But yeah, the odds are just absolutely nuts for them. I hope they do more of them in future with the increased odds. Be very cool. It's going to be nice to get the Milcery as well for, you know, if you want all the different Alcremie forms. I think there's like 63 variations of Alcremie, so that might be a bit of a big task to get 63. But I mean, with the outbreaks, the increased odds, you're going to have a good chance to do it in a week. But yeah, I don't know. I might just go for the 9 forms and just call it a day there. Mimikyu fun. My birthday is August the 12th and I caught a shiny Rookidee on it. Now fully evolved. Shiny Corviknight. That is very nice. And belated happy birthday. It was a little while ago, but belated nonetheless. What wormhole legendary do you think you'll hunt next, Osirus? I got Ho-Oh lined up to hunt next. Because I was like... that's kind of like one I haven't really hunted too much before in the past, and I think that would be a really cool one to do. So that was what I was going to go for next when we get back to the Arceus shiny hunt. Does a shiny charm actually help? Yes, quite a bit. I would say if you have got time to get it before the DLC, definitely get it in these games at least. So I got 4 shiny Flababy with 2 sandwiches. That's very nice. I found it difficult getting the shiny Flababys. I wasn't getting a massive amount of shinies compared to like the Litwick. But when I did get 1 in 1 outbreak, then I moved on to the next color. So it was like, I don't know how many I would have got from that 1 outbreak. Probably a lot more. But yeah, that's really nice. 4. Very cool though. Crystal, I'm currently shiny hunting Applin. My Cryodown are gonna get a headache from knocking them out of the trees. Yours and mine both. Good luck with the shiny hunt. I hope you manage to get the green apple very, very soon. Mighty, did you know that a Spidops trained in the defense can tank an icicle crash from Shenpao? I didn't either until I used Spidops on the team as an annoyer. I didn't know that. I didn't think Spidops would take anything without a focus sash. That's awesome. I love it. I like Spidops as a Pokemon. I just hate how low its base stat total is. Very sad. It needs a big buff. Why make it and give it that low base stats, you know? I think, come on, Game Freak. Could you imagine if we got a surprise like Spidops Paradox form in the DLC? It's not going to happen, but it'd be nice if it did. Doing an Applin hunt here too. Let's get a couple of extra. David, good luck with the shiny hunt. Hope you get those green apples shining through soon. And is this a glitch to stand up one tree? Not really a glitch. It's more of just, I guess, an exploit where if you've got a tall enough ride Pokemon, like a tall enough Pokemon or a flying Pokemon, with the let's go function, it knocks the apples out of the tree, so it initiates them to fall from the tree, and then they're in this kind of continual loop where they're going to knock them out and another one spawns in when you've got the encounter power active. So it's just spawning them really quickly throughout. So not so much of a glitch, but just an exploit, which is really nice, because you can just set it up like this and then, you know, just kind of wait for the green apple to appear. And a good indicator is when your ride Pokemon or whatever Pokemon you've got with the let's go function kind of stops knocking stuff out. It's a good indicator that the shiny has appeared, you know. So that is something to kind of keep an eye on when you're doing it as well. Alright, I've been popping off with finding the shinies in Violet. Great to hear, my friend. Gonna have loads more on the DLC as well when that drops. Of Laby, I'm just knocking them all out and moving to the next one, and nothing using Herba. Too inconsistent spawning, too small. Make sure that, yeah, I think that's the best method, just using the let's go function just to knock them out. And if you don't knock them out, then you know that it's the shiny. T-Man, how are you doing? Go, you think anyone in here could help me beat the event raid? Drop the code. I'm sure there's people that would jump in, help you for sure. Caleb, I like the Spider-Up shiny in the Miles Morales Spider-Man suit. Yes, the shiny Spider-Ops is so good, right? Arceus hunt. John, we need to get back to it. We need to get that shiny Arceus this year. I just feel like there's gonna be so much to do in the DLC. I don't know if we'll get back to it, but we will get back to it definitely once we've done most of the DLC stuff. Nigel, so are you looking forward to the Scrouge of Incineroar and Smeargle for competitive in Reg F? Well, I don't know. I've got like mixed feelings. I don't feel like Incineroar is going to be as impactful as it was in previous formats, if I'm completely honest. I think there's a lot of other Pokemon. Thing is, like Incineroar has all the tools, right? It probably will do well, but you've got like Suit and Arcanine gives it a much harder time now. You got new items as well. Iron Hands is kind of good against it. So I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be that good. I think Smeargle could be, on the other hand, a pretty annoying Pokemon. But looking forward to seeing how they both kind of slot into the format going forward. Iron Deficiency Man, how you doing? Are you shiny hunting Applin? I am at the moment, yes. So we're knocking them out of the tree and hoping that a green one shows up. No problem, Lumpy, my friend. Anytime. And Lee Simmons hair dye. My shiny Litwick hunt struggle is real right now. Are you doing the outbreak hunts for the mass outbreaks? Hopefully you have some luck soon. Unleashed, does the DLC first come out for the Indigo disc? I'm going straight to shiny hunt a Gullet. I don't even I'm just trying to even rack my brain what Pokemon that could be. I'm trying not to look down the a Gullet. Okay, Gullet. I'm trying not to look down the chat to see what your response was and be like, what is that? Because I know it's a typo, right? A Gullet. Very cool Pokemon. I hope you have a lot of luck getting it very early. So I got 2 shiny white, 2 yellow, blue, and 1 red and 1 orange blue baby with those 2 sandwiches. What? All of that with just 2 sandwiches? That's insane. Congrats. Mimikyu fan, Lee, have an extra shiny Litwick, want it? Mimikyu fan, I appreciate the offer so much, but I got like 9 from the one outbreak, so I'd feel bad taking anything off anyone in Litwick terms. But if anyone needs a spare Litwick, hit me up, because I got a lot of them. So The Chandelier is a very cool shiny though, so that's the one good thing. T-Man, really, that would be amazing, but I'm just worried because I don't have the best Pokemon as I'm new to Pokemon. Don't worry about it. No one is going to judge. I'm sure everyone will be happy to jump in and help out for sure. We'll be doing some after this hunt anyway, so if you want to join in with those as well, more than welcome to. It's the Iron Giant. It is the Iron Giant. Golurk is a very cool Pokemon. My extra shiny Litwick is Holden and a Duskstone. Very nice, mate. Very nice. I still couldn't take it off you. I got like 9 from one outbreak and it was like one outbreak. I feel too bad. I really appreciate the offer. And if nothing else, at least you'll get in league points for this hunt. This is very true. So we can just sell all of this Applin juice. I'm gonna call it apple juice there. Yeah. Because that's the one thing I've not got much of at the moment. With the Tera raids kind of help with as well. Legit question. Do you think we'd be able to catch multiple of the Paradox Beasts and Soldier Justice? Nah, I think it's going to be one of each. And I think they'll be version exclusive as well. Like I think like Raging Ball, Iron Crown will be split over the different copies. So one will be Scarlet, which will probably be like Raging Ball to be Scarlet, and then Iron Crown will be Violet, because then it keeps with the kind of inline, the past Paradox on Scarlet, future ones on Violet. Again, I feel like that's a massive win for Scarlet. People that chose Scarlet. And then I think it'll be the same for the Entei and the Terrakion, and then I think all the legendaries as well. Since they're kind of like, they're going to be activated by those snacks that we get from Snacksworth, I think that is going to be like a one-off as well. Alpha Sonic Lycanroc, what a great username. Thank you so much. If you are here joining us on the stream tonight, thanks for the sub. Appreciate it. Pedro as well, thank you so much. Really appreciate the support. Is that my controllers went off. We've just been hanging that long. There is no apple on the ground. All right, Pokemon, just give up. Right, Koraidon, get back to work. Here we go. How long have we got left on this sandwich? Oh, we've ran out. We've ran out on the sandwich. Okay. Caleb, how you doing? Hope you're good. Yeah, I think the legendaries will be one and done. I think the same with the Paradox as well. I do think though, if we're getting like, it feels, you know, it feels a bit strange if we get Raging Bolt and Iron Crown as like encounters in Area Zero. I'd imagine we'll get Walking Wake and Iron Leaves as well. But it'll be kind of interesting to see how they, if they are available, can we catch another version of them? Because, you know, those of us that took part in the raid event, we've already caught it and it was 1 per save file, which makes sense, right? But then if they're in the games again, it's like, how are they gonna, if they're available, are we gonna be able to kind of get them again, you know? So that would be kind of interesting to see if we can get the other ones. Or maybe they do the alternate version in the other version, who knows? Right, let's set up this sandwich. I'm sorry, chat. I will just be 2 seconds and then I'll be right back with you. Bang this avocado on. But I literally can't believe it's going to be tomorrow and the DLC will be here and we'll be able to finish off the story of Area Zero. That's just the big hype thing, you know, going back to Area Zero, getting all of the secrets, the hidden treasure of Area Zero, find out Terapagos, the Kieran quest, everything like that. Rhiannon, thank you so much for the subscribe. Johnny, just thinking about Roaring Moon makes me mad. Why? I like Roaring Moon. What's wrong with it? You're a big Salamence fan, I know, but it is a past Salamence form. Walk Awake and Iron Leaves were in Terraids. Yeah, I think the ones that are to come that we haven't had yet are going to be in the game though to catch, and not on Tera raids, I think. Because I think from the information that we've got, they're kind of labeled on the Pokemon website, their descriptions, like the Blood Moon Ursa Lunar event. We got an apple falling. Nope, nothing. There we go. There is one. There is one right there. Ride-on, come on. This is my fault. It's not yours. There we go. Good dragon doggo. If there is a multiple Raging Bolt and Iron Crown, my brother and I are planning on getting one each. That'd be amazing. Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice if you could get more than one, right? Like, if you could just get both of them in one copy, that would be amazing. I can't imagine we'll be able to catch more than one of those Pokemon. It'd be kind of nice if we could, though. It was weird that he stopped so suddenly. Did they just stop appearing in the tree? Yeah, they did. Okay. Come on, Coridon. This is really strange. I should use Dragonite. It might be better. Okay, you just stay there. Knock it down. Why am I so bad at just doing this? Right. Is it gonna fall? It is. Okay, we're good. We're good. Can you show your team DLC now? Ah, Sebastian, I will show it after this hunt. Once I'm done, we'll get into the team. Thank you so much, Rian. Again, I really appreciate it. How are you preparing for the DLC? So I'm going to do some raids after this hunt. So then I've got the Applin that I'm going to evolve into the Diplin evolution, because I've got a Diplin, but I kind of want to keep it as a Diplin. So I want another one so I can have the evolution of Diplin once the DLC drops. I'm going to do some Tera raids. So if you want to jump in, farm some Herba Mystica, because that is definitely something I need to get a bunch of before the DLC. So that's it for the moment. Mighty, which is the most underrated Pokemon of Scarlet and Violet? I honestly think Espathra doesn't have the best stats, but its abilities are excellent, specifically speed boost. Yeah, its abilities are amazing. What's its other ability that copies any stat boost from the opposing Pokemon? I think that's a really underrated ability. It's very strong. And then Lumina Crash as well is a very strong move as well. Elder bro and nephew have Scarlet, while my older sis and I have Violet, so I understand. What's it? Nothing is wrong with Ron Moon. He's perfect. I'm mad. It's a Scarlet exclusive. Ah, yeah. Okay, yeah. That's fair enough. That is fair enough. So how does Applin Hunt work with the tree method? So basically what you're doing is you set up a encounter level 3 and Sparkling Power level 3 sandwich for dragon type Pokemon. You come to this tree. It is right next to the Team Starbase and the Tang Tree Thicket. And you basically get a ride Pokemon. You get one of your ride Pokemon, the extra one that you've got. You can use Dragonite. Charizard is another one that can work for this method. Then you send it out like this. And because of its height, it knocks the apples basically out of the tree and then knocks them out, making another one spawn. So you're pretty much in this AFK mode where you're just spawning the apples in consistently. Sometimes the apples will stop like this and they don't spawn in, so you just need to keep an eye on it. But then if that happens, then you just need to send your ride Pokemon out again, and then the cycle ends. And you kind of just keeping an eye on when the shiny one appears. You'll see it because it's green in the tree, but that's basically how it works. We do have a full video on the channel going over the method, and it's not spawning because I'm not quite far enough away, and I think just moving slightly back just means that they spawn through a bit quicker. Opportunist, that is the ability. Yeah, it's such a good ability. And Lumpy coming in. Yan Mega works to knock down the apples, so that is another one that works as well. I did not know Yan Mega was a good one. That's a cool one to use. I like that. Kind of want to use Yan Mega now. John and Foreman Dial got Palkia for tons of Calcium's XL candy and Dragon Shards plus star pieces and nuggets. Yeah, that's a really good thing. When I came to like sell stuff in my bag, I noticed how many star pieces and nuggets I had just from those raids. It was crazy, actually. I made a bunch of money. So yeah, they're such good raids, I think, at the minute, especially for the level up candies and the calciums. Like you say, it's such a good one just to farm at the moment in preparation. Baton passing to co-star Flamigo. Yes, I love it. Ruth, how you doing? I hope you're good. Got the green apple. Crystal, congrats. You got the green apple. You've won the race. I'm super happy that you've got it. Are you going just for one, or are you going for like multiple of them? You can use Palkia too. What's that for, Charlie? Have I missed something? I'm double excited for the Indigo disc on Thursday and the Wonka movie on Friday. Yes. That looks good. I don't know if I'm going to get out to see it this side of Christmas, but it does look very good. I hope you have a great time when you go out and catch it. This hunt took me a while to get E24. It took me a while. Like the first time I did it, I think it was like 2 sandwiches in and I got it. Second time round was a lot more and it did take a while. I know Danny mentioned earlier in the stream about Kitakami, so we could jump over to Kitakami and do it. Yeah, Mega is such a cool mon. It desperately needs some buffs. Yeah, it is definitely one of those that needs some buffs. The original, the OG Mega Pokemon. When Ghost I found some Mimikyu and Giratina in my DLC party. Same with Ogopon. I felt like Ogopon was something I wanted to bring, just for the Kieran rematch. So I've got Ogopon in my initial team. I feel like it's something I have to bring. Yeah. Palkia is twice bigger than Koraidon. Ah, yeah, that's very true. Palkia is a very good shout because it's so big. I wonder if you could use the origin forms as well because they're even bigger, right? I'm going for 2 now. Might go for more later. Good luck with the rest of them, Crystal. For Diplin and its evolution. Very nice. Very nice. That's exactly what I'm trying to do. David can't play tomorrow, but Thursday night and all day Friday it's on. I'm excited for you, mate. I am excited. Future dude, staying up tomorrow night. Same. I am going to try and stay up as late as I can tonight to sleep like early hours tomorrow and try and get up later tomorrow, so I kind of try and reset my body clock a little bit, so I'm not going to be as tired through the stream tomorrow, because it's going to be a long stream, and it's like it'll be from midnight till whatever time in the morning when we get finished with it. And I think the DLC is going to be long. Jitek, thank you so much for the subscribe. I feel like it's going to be a long stream. I don't know like how long it'll take to complete it, but I'm expecting like 6, 7, 8 hours probably to run through the game completely. I feel like there's going to be a lot to do, and it's not going to be finishing everything, but just the story side of it should be good. And I feel like I should just stop worrying about the double fights and just go into the DLC with the team I want. 100%, Danny. I think that's like one way to do it. Like, you'll manage, you know? I don't think worry about it too much. I think there's just a lot of like, I think the battles will be harder, but I don't think they'll be impossible to do. I like the main thing is have fun with the DLCs, you know? Don't worry about like one aspect of it, like putting you off or anything like that. And if you need any help with any of the teams or a team or some suggestions, just hit me up. I'm more than happy to help with stuff. But definitely I would say just use some fun stuff. You could always use like, just have like 2 Pokemon that are like super like hyper offensive, super powerful, really oppressing, that you can just lean on if you need to, like Armarouge and Didi, and just have them in your team, right? And like the rest of your other 4 Pokemon or just whatever you want. But you know, in certain situations, if you're like backed into a corner, you've got that core that can come out and just obliterate stuff if you need it to, you know? Because between them, they can cover quite a lot of bases, you know? There's not really much that can kind of get around that size spam. Jordan, as long as they have spread moves, level 100 and EV trained, you should be fine. Hopefully. It depends on the strategies that they're going to use, but I think for the most part you're right. Astralon just found a random shiny Rookidee while going to a Flabébia outbreak. Very nice, very nice. Congrats. Super nice shiny as well. Next, I'll be staying up for the stream tomorrow. It'll be great to have you here, mate, joining along on the journey. It's going to be very exciting. Hatched 5 stat of berry Applin evolutions while you were doing the Fiona egg hunt. That's super nice. Congrats, mate. John, the DLC technically drops the 14th Japan time, right? So like in the States, it would be Wednesday night. Yeah, Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday night. So it'll be like late afternoon in the States, depending where you are. But it'll be on the 13th, I think. Yeah, Danny, I wouldn't worry too much. They're not going to be like super competitive. I think it's more in the idea of the Pokemon are going to be high level. They'll probably use some like basic double strategies like Trick Room, like using seeds with terrains. They might use, well, they will use, we've seen like weather abuse, so stuff with chlorophyll, with the weather like the sun, or you'll probably have Sandstream, and you know, Excadrill is going to be in the DLC, so I'd imagine we might see, you know, Hippowdon, Tyranitos at the sand, and then Excadrill or Lycanroc in a sand team, potentially something like that, but nothing like too crazy, you know. If you've got decent coverage throughout your team, you'll be fine for the most part. Fuse Mill, indeed. It also has after you. Don't need to set up the Trick Room, just an immediate expanding force. That is very true. Or you could use, you could even go you could go weak armor rouge and play Choice Scarf, U-turn Urshifu, and then U-turn the armor rouge turn 1 and pivot into the Indeedee, and then get the speed boost, the weakness policy boost from the weak armor and the weakness policy, and then just expanding force and just delete whatever is on the opposite side of the field. That's something I did think it might be quite fun, that I was like, yeah, that could be a lot of fun to kind of play around with, a little bit different. And it also gives me an excuse to use Urshifu, which I think will be busted in this for like going into the DLC as well. Got my extra apples from your video and trying for the second set of Floettes for my partner. Good luck with that as well, and thank you so much for the support as well. And pleased the original video was helpful with the Applin hunt. It's a nice method. I do like it because it's so chill. But we aren't having much luck with the green apple at the minute. They won't be super competitive sets. I think everything, all the trainers seem to have held items, so seems that's going to be something that's going to be like a running theme. I don't know whether they'll all be EV trained. Maybe it depends how like hard they want to go with it. Caleb, I'm so glad I built a Sableye specifically for doubles. That's a good one to have. The Prankster Sableye is a nightmare to deal with. Such good support. You get some really nice options in this format as well. Do you have to buy both? So now once you've bought the DLC pack, that's kind of the Teal Mask and the Indigo disc, so you've got them then. It's just waiting for the Indigo disc to be released, and then you'll get a download update for the game, and then it'll be playable. So they aren't separate. Now what ball do we know what color new shiny is? No, we don't. That's the thing. Is it going to be yellow like the Diplin? Because it could be like, it could be anything color wise, couldn't it? It makes it hard to decide what ball to put it in. Did he show the team he's going to use? I know he said he would, but no, I haven't shown it yet. I will do it after this hunt. Diplin shiny is yellow. I named mine Caramel. Nice. That's a perfect name. And Evelyn, thank you so much for the membership, joining the membership, and the countdown to the Indigo disc begins. I know, I cannot wait. I'm so pumped. Are you got any time off to play it, or are you kind of waiting for the weekend for it to drop to get into it? I cannot wait. I don't think I could even go to bed tomorrow night knowing that it was going to drop through the night UK time. I think it would be like, nah, I have to stay up to play it. Have to. What's with this apple? Oh no, that isn't an apple. That's just a branch in the tree. The green apple's there. We've got it. We can see it. We've got it in the tree. It's sitting ready to go. It's the shiny. Right, let's get this thing down. Actually, wait there. Before we do anything, let's just drop a save. Okay, we got it. We got it. Hopefully, we haven't got it yet, but we'll hopefully get it in a second. We need it to fall. Fall, little apple. If I run into it on my right Pokemon, it should fall if this fails. I think I'm gonna have to run into it, aren't I? Right. I think I've got to like charge it though, haven't I? I need to build speed up as well. That's what we need to do. Yeah, it should fall now. There we go. Okay. Let's just drop a save right now. There we go. What ball am I going to catch it in? That's the... Oh, I shouldn't have encountered it right now. I need a false swipe user on my team. I need to run and then change Pokemon. Nest Ball, Friend Ball. Friend Ball's a good shout. I like the Nest Ball. That matches up nicely. I need... Let's get the Glade I've got in and hope it hasn't run off. No, it's still there. It's still there. It's all good. Right, here we go. Tomahawk, you've just come in at the perfect time. Right, here we go. There's the Shiny Applin. Let's put this thing to sleep first. And then we can false swipe it and get it. A dive ball, Johnny. It doesn't match up too well, but it might with the Evo, the Shiny Evolution, right? We should catch it very easily. We could Beast Ball it, you know. I've got spare Beast Balls from the Ace Academy tournament. Should we try and Beast Ball it? Beast Ball might be very cool. I'm going to try because we can reset on this, right? It'd be amazing to get it in a Beast Ball. Oh, we got it in a Beast Ball. First try. No way. That is nuts. That is crazy. That is crazy. Okay, we are done. We're set. We are set for the DLC. We're set for the DLC. Wow, wow, wow. That was very, very, very lucky. So there's our Applin and a Beast Ball. This is ready. We can evolve it now into Diplin and get it ready. Because I think I got a syrupy apple earlier. So where is the syrupy apple? I bet it's right at the top of the bag and I've went the other way. Syrupy apple. There we go. You are ready for the DLC, my little dragon apple friend. Nice. There we go. Sarah traded you my shiny plus Beast Ball for you. Beast Ball shiny. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I feel like I kind of have to keep this now. I feel bad saying that, but I feel like that was a very, very lucky. Very lucky. Thank you, Tomahawk. What if it doesn't evolve from Diplin? Then I'm going to be very sad, Danny, that I'm just going to have this Beast Ball Diplin. I'm pretty sure it does evolve from Diplin, though. If it doesn't, now I'm worrying. That's definitely a 10 plus reset catch with the Beast Ball. 100%. But maybe not. If you get another one, I hope you get it very quickly. What are we looking at? Does it have a mark? That would be even better. It doesn't have a mark. Brave nature, though. So that's nice. Very cool. Very cool. Okay. Should we do some raids? Should we do some raids to farm for some Tera shards? Not Tera shards. Herba Mystica. That's what we need to do. Because my Herba Mystica is not in the best position. Where do we get more Beast Balls? From the Ace Academy tournament. If you cycle through it, like if you do the money farming method with it, there's a chance that you can get Beast Balls from it. And those two are both from the Ace Academy tournament recently, when I've been kind of farming for just money, just to make sure I've got stuff for training Pokemon and then this time around for the DLC, so I've got enough cash spare if we need to buy anything, so I'm not scraping around for stuff. Okay, so let's drop a save because Applin's going to evolve. It can use the Eviolite. Yeah, this is true, David. You're 100% right. I should have thought of that. Just getting worried for no worrying's sake. So the team that I'm planning on using going into the DLC, I've got these two teams kind of laid out here. The top one's probably what I'm going to go with, if I'm completely honest. I feel like it covers enough bases. It's got enough firepower. But this is what I'm going to run. I think going into the DLC. At the moment, it could change, but I feel very confident that this team's going to just be able to blow through anything, really. The basic idea is going to be using Tornadus and the Tailwind with the Prankster ability. Rain Dance support as well. Taunt as well to shut down like Trick Room. And then you've got just good chip constantly with Bleakwind Storm. That's 100% accurate in the rain. And then using it really primarily alongside Goldingo. Now, you could go Specs Goldingo, but I prefer to go Nasty Plot with it and just have a bit more flexibility with Protect and stuff like that. So basically, going to be setting up Tailwind, Rain Dance turn 1, and then getting Goldingo into a position where I can get that Nasty Plot off turn 1 as well. And then Terrastallize, Terrasteel, we are with it as well. It's got the Citrus Berry. It's pretty bulky, but generally fast as well. So it should outrun pretty much most things in a Tailwind. And then just drop the Make It Rains really, and just try and delete things off the field. Next to it as well, got Hisuian Arcanine, Fairy Terra typing, Choice Band, very good at kind of coming in, clearing up, dropping Intimidate as well. Very straightforward set, this one. Terra Blast, Flare Blitz, Rock Slide. Can also pair nicely with Tornadus to take advantage of the Tailwind. Fairy Terra type, just to kind of give it a bit more of a complementary type, sit in front of dragons, be able to kind of surprise knock out them with the Terra Blast, stuff like that. Ogerpon, like I said, is something I wanted to use, so I've slotted it in here. Not really much to say about it. It is pretty offensive, pretty bulky, pretty fast. Has Follow Me as well, so it's something else I can sit next to Goldingo, use Follow Me, help set up those nasty plots and things like that. And then to support the physical attackers in the team, I've got Chenpao, just one of my favorite legendary Pokemon. I really like it, so I just feel like it's going to be good generally. It gives good dog coverage, ice coverage, and the Sacred Sword's pretty consistent damage against anything that tries to set up against us. And then obviously with the Sword of Ruin ability, supports things like Ogerpon, the Arcanine, and then the Komodo as well, which we've got in there. So that's the Chenpao, Ghost Terra typing, just because it's a good defensive Terra type on it. And then finally Komodo, I feel like it's going to be a really good option in those battles that might be tricky. You just come in with Komodo supported with a bunch of things that we've got on the team, and it's going to be the Iron Defense Body Press variant. Gonna have, actually I need to change the Flamethrower to Poison Jab. That's the one thing that I haven't changed, because I originally had it as a Fire Terra type, but it needs to be Poison Jab. It needs to be the move that we have there over the Flamethrower. It does leave me a little bit more susceptible against steel types, but I think honestly I'm not too worried about steel types. Between Arcanine, Goldingo, and Ogerpon should kind of be fine. And also you've got the Chenpao as well, so that's basically the team that I'll be taking in to run, and I think it's going to do all right overall. There's a lot of inspiration from probably one of the better teams in the format at the minute. So that's that team. The other one that I'm thinking about maybe using is going to be the Armarouge and DD stuff. Life Orb, Armarouge, with Trick Room, Wide Guard, Armor Cannon, Expand and Force. Basically using this with Indeedee to set Trick Room up. Indeedee has a Psychic Seed with the Psychic Surge, Trick Room, Follow Me, Helping Hand, Dazzling Gleam, Fairy Terra typing on it. Basically these two can deal with like so much stuff. Jai Brian, how are you doing? I hope you're well. And then pairing it up with the rest of the team, which is pretty heavy Trick Room orientated. So it's very linear in the strategy, but it doesn't mean you've got to think too much, because you're going into every battle knowing that your main focus is going to be Follow Me, Trick Room, and then just start damaging, attacking things. So it's very, like I say, there's not much thought that you need to put into the battles. It's going to be straightforward, and it's very oppressive when it gets into that Trick Room situation. Like, ideally, you want to get like Armor Rouge and Torkoal on the field under a Trick Room, and then just spam Eruption with the Torkoal. Probably Terastallize with that, and then follow up with an Expanding Force. And there's not really too much that can get around that kind of like double pressure from those two. That's kind of the board position. Then you kind of got the Lilligant, which gives you a different option as well. When the sun's up, it's Chlorophyll ability, so it's double speed. It's got After You, so it can kind of skip the speed tiers with a lot of stuff. Sleep Powder, Disruption on course, good disruption. Solar Blade's just a good damaging option in the sun. And then I think if we get Expanding Force available as a TM, which we know we're going to get early on, I'd probably replace a Cresselia for a Hatterene, and then switch the Life Orb from Armor Rouge to Hat, and then use Hatterene or Cresselia, because it just gives you a different kind of dimension. But the Cresselia and Ursaluna gives you a nice dimension where you've got like a physical attacker in your team with the Ursaluna that can kind of come in. You could change the Earthquake to Belly Drum or Swords Dance, or Headlong Rush, I would say, is the one to change. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Cresselia again, going to be there to set up the Trick Room, Lunar Blessing to support stuff with. You've got Helping Hand, and then Psychic to chip away at things, and then the Ursaluna. But if anyone wants a Pogo Pierce to either of these, let me know. I can chuck them out for you. You don't have Legends Arceus? Who doesn't have Legends Arceus? I do have Legends Arceus. Yes, I do. That's the question. But I might be just jumping into this. But they're the teams that I'm kind of looking at the minute. I don't know if I'm sold on either of them, but that's what I'm thinking. I feel like I might want to go something a bit more fun, but I've got a bunch of Pokemon here that I can kind of pick from in this box. Like, I really like the idea of Farigiraf, Blood Moon, Ursaluna. I would like to use Amoonguss because I just feel like it's one of my favorite Pokemon, and it's so good against Trick Room stuff, and it would be kind of funny to use it against the AI trainers that are like, I've got your number, I'm going to set up Trick Room, and then just bring in Amoonguss and put everything to sleep. Fluttermane is something that I would like to use as well. So there's a bunch of stuff that I kind of like to use that I've just not really figured into a team yet. So that's kind of, yeah, I've still got to sort out a bunch of things with it all. So it's not finalized, but they're the ideas that I've got at the moment. So yeah, nothing finished as of yet. Have to go to the gym for cardio. How much longer are you going to be streaming? A little while, Satu, for sure. Have a good session at the gym. I wish I was joining you. I definitely need to get back on the gym routine myself. But have a great time, and thanks for coming by. What we got? Lycanroc. I think we just jump in and do any raid. I'll just put the code up if anyone wants to join in. It's going to be good for just farming items and stuff like that. Where's my Iron Hands? Good old Iron Hands that we're going to revert to using. Yeah. It's dark type. Is it dark? Yeah, that's dark type, right? Why am I having such a mind blank at the moment? Challenges group. Link code. So, there we go. If anyone wants to jump in and do these raids with us tonight, it'll just be 5 and 6 stars. Just to try and farm some Herba for the rest of the stream. Shouldn't you update your shiny hunt count? We should. There we go. We got it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Tyler, how you doing, mate? I hope you're good. Share ideas for teams. Danny, I think the best thing to do is just pick things that like you really enjoy using, right? Like, what are your favorite Pokemon? And just put them together. Like, shout some ideas out in the chat and we'll try and help you. Johnny, how can you play without renaming boxes? Is besides me. First thing I do when opening the boxes in a new game, renaming them. I do have some of them renamed, like my raids boxes, my shiny boxes, but other than that, I'm pretty scatty when it comes to keeping everything organized. It's not the best method, mate. We're ever going to be doing this shiny Arceus? Andrew, we will be doing the shiny Arceus for sure. I just don't know when we'll be finishing it off. yet. And I think because the DLC is dropping tomorrow, I'm in desperate need of Herba Mystica. This is definitely something I would like to do tonight, is just the raids. So if there's others that are in need of Herba Mystica, Lycan Rock not known to give out massive amounts of Herba Mystica, but it saves date skipping a bunch of times checking the raid. At least we're just gonna do every 6 or 7 star raid that we come across, and then hopefully we get some decent drops along the way. Man, my fave is Mew, but I don't have the cute baby. Ah, no. There was an event recently as well for a Mew. Sad that you missed it. Let's get this belly drum set up. My team for the Indigo disc is Braviary, Garchomp, Tinglu, Chempao, Skeledirge, and Ogerpon Hearthflame Mask. I love it, Ronan. That sounds very cool. That's going to be super good. Super good team. Lots of fun Pokemon as well. David, I will search for 5-star big Herba drops if you'd want to join them. I would love to. Honestly, that would be amazing. Thank you so much for the offer. I'll try and hunt for some myself as well. Sacha, I got some Herba. If anyone wants to meet, I can provide the Herba. Sacha with the Herba dealer. Rose, how are you doing? I hope you're well. Great to see you. How are you feeling for the DLC dropping in like 24 hours time? Well, a little over 24 hours, right? Wiped us. That's taunted us. We can't do anything except drain punch it. Yeah, it is dusk form, isn't it? Dusk form. I didn't expect it to be dusk form. Lane, this is Scarlet and Violet, so we're just doing some Tera raids, prepping for the DLC. Mike, how are you doing, mate? I am very good, my friend. I hope you're having a great day yourself. Looking forward to the DLCs. The podcast at the minute, Mike, we are probably going to be back in the new year. We've got a full schedule of shows lined up, and they're going to be like one-off shows. So we'll touch upon things that are happening at the very beginning of the episodes, but the rest of the shows are going to be very centered around specific topics within the Pokemon franchise. I think it's going to be really good. It's kind of like they will be kind of standalone episodes, but it's going to be a weekly thing. So we've got around, I think we got like 30 episodes planned out now, so we'll be starting to record them just before the new year, and then we'll be dropping them weekly from then on out. So it should be quite good. I'm excited to kind of get into it, but we're just taking a bit of a break at the moment with the DLCs coming out, and Scott's starting a new job as well, so it's just a bit difficult to kind of sit down and get everything set up at the minute, and we felt like, well, it gives us time to kind of enjoy Christmas, get the DLCs out of the way, and then come back fresh in the new year and then kind of hit the ground running. So hopefully it's not too long. It is a little while off though. Actually, I haven't been on and farmed some for a few days. Picnic setup in a group, then exit and I'll restart, and it still applies to others. Jim, thank you so much for the subscribe. Actually, I need to know this this method. How does it work? I'm intrigued. I think that the new format will be better when it does return. So hopefully it will be good. I'm excited for it. Can you please be critical? My DLC team is Iron Hands, Ogerpon Wellspring, Arcanine. Is that Arcanine? Hisuian Arcanine. Fastholder, Nilip, Glamora. Hope it's okay. Or is that regular Arcanine? Let's see what drops we get. I'll come back to this. Ah, no drops. No drops at all. Okay. Well, let's head over to Kitakami and try and host one there and see what we've got. 6-star raid there. So it depends on the Arcanine. If that's Arcanine normal one, or if that's Hisuian, because I think if it's Hisuian, it conflicts a little bit with the Glamora. But otherwise, it's pretty balanced overall. Right, we got a poison one. So what is it? What is it? Ogerpon, Iron Hands. Really nice. Arcanine gives you Intimidate. Mousehold Annihilate's a very good pairing. And Glamora is kind of like an anti-meta Pokemon, which I really like. Special attacker. I know the only thing I would say is you don't have much special damage output there. You're kind of relying on Glamora for only being your only special attacker. But then kind of think, what do you replace then on that team? Because the Arcanine's pretty important with the Intimidate. Okay, we've got a ground type Mienshao. Where's Gly? Let's go. Joel, thank you so much for the sub. It has got the Shell Bell. We're good to go with this. Now, well, again, anyone that wants to join, hopefully this one gives us some Herba Mystica. Hopefully it does. What can I use instead of Tornadus? Talonflame is a good alternative if you don't have a Tornadus, because it's got Gale Wings, it's got Tailwind. You could use Roaring Moon as well with a booster energy. Just make sure its speed's higher than its attack stat. So go Jolly Nature, max its speed out. So when you get the booster energy at the start of the battle, you'll be faster than everything on the field and you get that instant Tailwind, pretty much instant Tailwind. What else is going to be good? Tailwind setters that are good in comparison to Tornadus. Salamence is decent. Salamence could be a good one for sure. Could go Pelipper. Pelipper's good if you've got like another water type in your team that you can kind of like, if you've got Basculegion as well, that could be something. So you've got that option to use Pelipper Basculegion if you want to. Basculegion obviously has Swift to him, and then Pelipper's pretty decent as an alternate Tailwind setter. It's saw a lot of success in the formats before Tornadus kind of got pulled in, so that could be a good option as well. Corviknight's another good option as well. Mimikyu fan mentioning. So there's a bunch of things that can do the same sort of job. Danny, I think I really want to use Chandelier, Tinkerton, very cool options. Maybe Alolan Ninetales. Really want to bring Ogerpon and something else. If you use an Alolan Ninetales, what about Baxcalibur? Baxcalibur would be kind of cool with those. Because then you're going to take advantage of the Snow Warning from the Alolan Ninetales, and then the Aurora Veil as well, just to give you an extra buff. Baxcalibur's a beast. Johnny, dude, speaking of men's, have you seen how good it is doing right now with the Rocky Helmet? It's so good. Yeah, Eric's team. Yeah, it was probably my favorite team from Gdansk overall. You know, I think like how Eric played that weekend was just incredible. The team comp was so good. Psych, Whimsicott is coming. Yes, so if you can get Whimsicott early on, that's a great Pokemon to pop onto your team as a Tailwind user. Fastest Prankster user. It's a very good option. Santiago, I'm trying to catch a shiny Earthworm and it's hard, but I keep going. I hope we have some luck soon. I've tried that hunt many times and not had the best of luck with it. So I really hope you do, and let us know if you manage to get it. But good luck with the rest of the shiny hunt. Meowscarada, Zacian, Lilligant, Milotic, Baxcalibur, and Ogerpon Fire Mask be a good team for the DLC. I think you'd need, I mean, Milotic's probably going to be a decent enough speed control setter because you're going to have Icy Wind there. It's just a bit slow. That's the only thing I would say. And you kind of want the sun, right, to take advantage of Hisuian Lilligant's chlorophyll ability, if that's what you're going with. So they would be the only things I would think about. Like, you want something to help like support the Ogerpon as well, like, you know, with speed control. Fluttermane's not a bad option in general. Could I go another Screech? Let's go another one. You could go like Fluttermane with Icy Wind in there as well. Johnny, not to brag, but I've been playing Rocky Helmet Ments around a month before Gdansk. Mate, you are the trendsetter for the Rocky Helmet Ments. You started the trend. And this Mienshao beast. Ogapon is the perfect grass because it can change its type. Yeah, I do like Ogapon for those reasons. J-Mac Tucker, thank you so much for the subscribe. Nullified all of our stat drops, but that's alright. We can start boosting our attack up now. Get some sword stances up. Danny, you stumbled upon a shiny Earthworm the other day. Very nice. I still haven't caught one in the wild yet. I'm still yet to get one. Which I'm kind of sad about. I've hunted it a bunch of times, but still never been able to catch one myself. It's a frustrating Pokemon to shiny hunt. At least I found. It was just one of those ones. Grimmsnarl and Marshold will start, but I want a team that's only DLC and find a team as I play the DLC. That's a nice idea to do. And those are two Pokemon that are going to be really, really good to kind of give you the good base kind of going forward. Like the screen support Grimmsnarl gives you is amazing. You're going to have speed control there, potentially with Scary Face, T-Wave, which Grimmsnarl's just immense at. And then Mousehold with, you know, whichever set you run, whichever ability you run, Mousehold's good. That's another thing. I'm like, do I just run Mousehold and Annihilape in a team as well? Because I feel like it's such a good option. Sorry, I'm thinking Ursaluna, Annihilape, Arceus, Meowscarada, Miraidon. I don't know, not very knowledgeable. That sounds pretty solid though. Miraidon as well. Could be fun with something that can take advantage of the electric terrain. Do you like the sound of it? The only thing with Ursaluna, I would say you want like something with Trick Room on your team, so you can kind of help set the Trick Room up. So Ursaluna's in a really good position, strong position to kind of just run through opponents. Again, it depends on what Ursaluna set you're running. If you're running Guts, then you know you probably want to have Flame Orb on it, stuff like that. But if you need any help, Sarah, we got a sweet, one sweet Herba Mystica. Okay, there's at least that's one. Andres, how are you doing? I hope you're good. Michael, how are you as well? And Bobby, how are you? What are your overall thoughts of Scarlet and Violet? Would you rank it out of 10? Probably 9, probably. If I'm being honest, I think 9 probably what I would. It's one of my favorite Pokemon games I think we've had. And we haven't even got to the end of it yet, really. So DLC could change that, of course. Might be terrible after the DLC drops. I doubt it though. But yeah, I've really enjoyed it. I think it's a great game. It definitely has its issues, but again, I've said it so many times that like a lot of the stuff that, like, you know, the aesthetics and things like that, it's never anything that's really like been something I've marked a game down for before. And the story's been brilliant. I've really enjoyed the story, the character building, and especially the character building that we got in the Teal Mask. Such a short portion of the games, and we got such a lot of character building with Kieran, Carmine. So yeah, I think, and the lore of the whole game as well is just been fantastic. So yeah, I give it a solid 9. Maybe depending on the DLCs, it'll creep to a 9.5. I think for a 10 though, it would have to be like flawless, right? So I feel like it'd be like a little unfair to give it a 10 because it has had its issues. Steel type Golem. Have we got a good fire type we can take into this, or do we just go Iron Hands again? Because we really want to hit this thing on the special side, but we don't want anything like too weak to ground or rock. Makes it a little bit more tricky. We could take Ursaluna in, but then let's just go Iron Hands again. Let's just go the hands. Challenge as a group. This one might have some good herb. It should have salty. It should have salty if it's going to drop anything. Which Pokemon game had the worst story in your opinion? Ooh. The worst story. I don't know. Sun and Moon, maybe. Like personally, like I didn't think it was terrible, but I didn't vibe with that story at all. I didn't vibe with those games very much, so I'd probably say those. Not that they were bad games, because I do have a little sometimes think about them, and I think they are cool games to play. Like we've been doing a lot of the shiny hunts in the Ultra Wormholes recently, and Ultra Sun and Moon, and that is a lot of fun. But that's a post-game thing, so it's separate to the whole story stuff. So yeah, probably say those overall. Use a fighting or ground type, golems rock type. Yeah, I just would rather hit it on the special side. Should probably use like special Lucario, but then I don't have the item on it before we go into the raid, so I'll just use Iron Hands. It'll be fine. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. Locked in. We're going to be getting Dizzle with the weak armor strat, so we like to see that, which is nice. So that solves all of our problems completely, making it very quick for us. So big shout out to Dizzle for bringing the Poltergeist. Speaking of shinies, I got the red and the white flower for baby. Very nice, Tyler. Awesome to hear, my friend. Good luck with the rest of them. Have you got the rest of them to get, or have you got them already? Phoenix, how do you farm like this, changing the time? So you just go in, I'll show you after this one. Basically, you're not changing the time or date or anything, but it just, when you do that process, it respawns all of the dens and the outbreaks on the maps. So you can do the 7-star raid and then generate a new one straight away, but you're not really changing any date, any time, or anything like that. So it's a really good, effective way to just kind of cycle through the 7-star raids and farm for Herba Mystica and stuff like that. Which Pokemon would you change to Masquerada in your team? I want to use my starter. Ooh. Hey, which one in the Tornadoes team? Probably have to look at changing like Ogapon really, and then probably changing something else so you've got some water coverage. I think water coverage is very, very important because it's such a good type. So it's something I would definitely say you probably want to have in your team. Man, is this golem just like 6 attacks in a row? Ugh, pitiful damage. Pitiful. Has it wiped our stats as well? It has. I'm sure it has. That cannot be belly drum. After the weak armor as well. That's pitiful. Erica got a full set of shiny yellow Flababy. One is marked. Very nice, mate. That is awesome to hear. Congrats. Pokemon Legend card. How are you doing? Just woke up. I hope you've... Oh, it's got a reflector. Okay. That makes sense. Hope you're doing well though, mate, and looking forward to the DLCs dropping tomorrow. And RJ Shellers, thank you so much for the subscribe. A remake of Platinum's Distortion World would be awesome. That would be very cool. That'd be very cool. The Giratina shiny hunt is always something I've wanted to go back to and do in the Distortion World, because I don't think there's any outside influence for the odds. I think it's like 1/8000 ish. So it's a really hard shiny hunt. It would be a very cool one to do. Also, does anyone have a Ditto that is good that's not English? There is a universal trade code that you can use, T-Man, online to hook up with other players to trade Dittos and get a foreign one. So like with foreign players. So that might be something. I can't remember what the code is though. Trade code. I think it's like 52. Let's have a quick look. 448 is the trade code. Use that online and you should have some luck getting a foreign Ditto of someone. Ability patch. Okay. The Poltergeist was clutch. Dizzle with the Poltergeist. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's a great strat, John. Great strat. No Herba Mystica, unfortunately, which is very sad. Ren, thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate it. And hopefully all the stuff that we get out for the DLCs will be helpful as well. I'm very excited to cover all the new content. It feels like there's so much to kind of cover as well. So very excited to dive into those. But thank you so much for the support. And thanks for coming by the stream. Hope you enjoy it for however long you can stick around tonight. As who is your favorite Paldea starter? It has to be Sprigatito. Yeah, Scorada. All the way. Sorry to everyone else that has other ones, but I love Sprigatito Meowscarada. So good. I should really use, and that's another thing, like when I've been talking about, I want to use something more fun. I should use my starter Pokemon to finish the games, really. I didn't use it in the Teal Mask, and I kind of blitzed through the Teal Mask, and I just feel like I should have probably just used my Meowscarada. It's already there, trained up. So I should probably use that. No, Golem doesn't get weak armor, but the Poltergeist used skill swap turn 1. Right, what do we got here? A Breloom. Gonna need something with safety goggles, which Koraidon has, but okay. I don't want to be put to sleep by spores. Let's use. What type is it? Okay, so let's go with. Let's go the Glide. We want some. No, let's just go Koraidon. Koraidon's going to be fine for this because it's going to be able to kind of boost up, weaken that, and then do some good damage. It's not going to care about much else. We could have used Miraidon as well because the electric terrain definitely helps. Question, will you do a new shiny Mew giveaway again? Yes, Pokemon Legend God. I do plan on doing them. They're all in Pokemon Home. I really wanted to do one before the DLC drops, but I don't think it was going to happen. But we definitely will do another one. I found out some sad news though, that Celebi is not going to be in the DLCs. And we did that Celebi, shiny Celebi hunt, and I've got them all sitting waiting in Pokemon Home to transfer into Scarlet and Violet, and that's never going to happen. It's going to have to wait till like the remake comes out. Hopefully you can transfer them into there, or Gen 10, which I'm very sad about. Or we do it in Pokemon Sword and Shield, but it's like, you know, we're all in the same boat then. Pokemanian, how are you doing, Bebum? I hope you're good, my friend. I hope you're well. Great to see you as always, mate. Meowscarada has knockoff to you. Yeah, Meowscarada is just, it's got so many good moves. I mean, Skeledirge is really good as well. I think Quaquaval is probably the weakest out of the 3 competitively, but I think they're all good in their own respect. Kevin, Breloom, one of my fave false swipers. Me too, mate. I love Breloom. It's such a good Pokemon. I like both fire and grass starters of this gen. Not the water though, yeah. Quaquaval. Yeah. I mean, the final Evo just ruined it for me. But yeah. There's a lot of Quaquaval fans out there though, so I can't bash it too much. Just not my jam. Took 2 tries, but I used a water Tera type Baxcalibur for Hisuian Typhlosion. That was fun. That is fun. I love that. Ren, thank you so much for the subscribe. And Pedro, how are you doing? Eric, how are you as well? Hope you're well. I was wondering, I have to pay for Part 2 DLC? If you've already got the DLC pack and you've bought it, then no. You've got the DLC pack is for the Teal Mask and for the Indigo disc. So you've already bought it, so you don't need to purchase it again. Meme God, still hunting? No, we got the Applin, we got the green apple, so it's ready there for when the DLC drops, which is great. But we're just gonna farm some Herba Mystica for the rest of the stream now. So if anyone wants to hop in and join in with the raids while we're hosting them, be my guest, because that's something I have got not enough of going into the DLCs at the moment. Let's try a collision course. See how quick we can do this. Probably not as quick as what I was thinking. I was expecting that to do a little bit more, but we're all right. Shino Cappuccino got a shiny Azurill. Very cool. Congrats. Such a nice shiny. Azurill is one of the best shinies in the games. In all of the games. I love shiny Azurill. Very cool. I'm bored. Do you have a Sprigatito? Because I will trade for a Quaxwell for one. Trade a Quaxwell for one. I don't know if I got a spare one. I've never shiny hunt for a... It's weird. I've never shiny hunt for any of the actual starter Pokemon. I did the Fuecoco. I did like a few boxes of eggs and hatched them, but there's no shiny there. I don't know if I've got a spare Sprigatito. I'd have to have a look. Not in my game right now, I don't, unfortunately. Yeah, Yordi, Brillium loaded dice bullet seed is underrated. 100% agree with that. Yeah, Brillium is low-key such a good Pokemon. It really is. Like competitively as well, it's very, very good. I really love it. It's one of my favorite Pokemon. I took it to, was it to Utrecht Regional last year? I did really well with it. Like that and Scissor. Palafin, I think. Like a very heavily based team around priority. It was a lot of fun to play. Diana, how are you doing? I hope you're well. Not sure if you saw my question earlier, but what time do you think the DLC will drop? I'm so impatient. I get so excited for these things. Sorry, I did miss it. I wasn't ignoring. But I think, so the home maintenance goes up at UTC time at midnight tomorrow. So it could be anywhere, and it's running, that maintenance is running 6 hours. So it's midnight UTC to 6 a.m. And they've said that sometime in that maintenance period is when Scarlet, the Indigo disc will drop. So it can be, that's a huge kind of area for it to kind of drop in, right? I don't expect it to be 6 a.m. I think it'll be a lot earlier. I think it'll be maybe even, I do think maybe even an hour before the home maintenance goes live, it could drop. So like 8 a.m. Japan time, which would be 11 p.m. UK time. It might drop then. It's more likely to be midnight 1 p.m. UTC, I think, for it to drop around then. That's when I think it's going to drop. It could be 2 p.m. UTC, but I think it'll be the early part of that home maintenance. When that begins, then the Indigo disc will drop, if not before then. So yeah, depending on where your time zone is, you might get it a little bit earlier than the 14th, or a lot earlier than the 14th. No, Herba, once again, rubbish. Thank you to everyone that joined and helped us make quick work of that Breloom. How would you set up a Breloom? I would focus sash it. I would have Spore, Mach Punch, Bullet Seed. Yeah, so that's your 4. Protect, Spore, Mach Punch, Bullet Seed. And a focus sash if I was playing competitively. But if I was playing in the game as well, not so competitively, I'd probably put False Swipe over the Protect. So you've got a way to yeah, so if anyone was asking if you need to respawn the dens in your game, basically if you ran through this, you hit your home menu and then come down into system settings, then down into system, then down into date and time. Make sure your synchronized clock via the internet is set to off, then come into date and time and just toggle through. Don't change anything, hit that OK, hit the home menu and then come back into game, and all the dens will respawn. So anything that has disappeared will come back again, but it'll be like a new one of that den. So the 7-star, you only get one of them appearing on your map at a time. So that's just a way to do it. And the same with the mass outbreaks as well. So if you were wondering, wait, Lee, what's the time difference? As now it's 11 p.m. here, so it's 9 p.m. where I am. Just gone 9 p.m. where I am now. So yeah, you're like 2 hours out. You mustn't have had like, because we've had like the clocks have changed now. They went back in October, November. I should know. It just happens automatically now, so I can never tell. But like we're UTC now. 2 more days. Ice Mark. I know, I can't wait. Okay, coma or bug type. Gonna have to change for this one. What are we gonna go with? We got a fire. I wish there was a fire fairy. Iron Moth might be quite good for this. We're gonna have to change some items though, because I don't think I've got the appropriate items on stuff. Should we go Iron Moth? I never use Iron Moth. It might be quite a nice one to use. Morning Sun, Acid Spray, Theory Dance. Yeah, let's go this. Let's do it with this thing. Oh, we got Morning Sun on it as well, so we can just recover if we need to. We could just throw an Expert Belt on it, I guess. Is that an Expert Belt? It is. Let's go with the Moth. Okay, this is gonna be fun. Challenges group. invite. Sometimes I got a Shiny Applin via Sandwich and at Kitakami, where you get the apple that makes the Diplin. So you get the apple in, oh, it's like the bottom right hand corner of the map in Kitakami. I would show you, but I can't get into the map right now, which is really annoying. Otherwise I would have pulled it up. But it's like the bottom right hand corner of the map. There's a little house there, and it's right next to the house. There's like an apple stand, and that's what you're kind of wanting to use. No, I didn't want Koraidon. I've not changed Pokemon. I'm sorry to everyone that's coming to this raid. I will try and support the best I can, but I've locked in with the wrong Pokemon. Goes back in October and forward in March. Yeah, thank you, Astralon. I should know. I know roughly when it is. It just happens automatically now. You know, like everything digital these days, it's like you never really notice that things have changed. I don't know why we have daylight savings time anymore anyway. It's it seems unnecessary, but it's a thing. Then it'll be so exciting. I'm in ET time. Also, I've been doing the Outbreak event and got 3 Litwick in under 20 minutes. Very nice. 2 of them were 30 seconds apart. That's crazy. 30 seconds. That's nuts. Good luck with the rest of the events, though, Diana. I'm looking forward to the Milcery when that drops. It's going to be very cool to get all of those as well. Or you should try Cayman Cider. It's the best. That sounds good. Where can I pick it up from? Nice, Mark. Is there a certain Pokemon you're looking forward to hunting in the Blueberry Academy? All the starters, for sure. It's a bit of a cop-out answer, but I really am. I'm looking forward, because there's not often we get to hunt the starters in the wild, so I think that's going to be a really cool thing to do. And obviously some of the starters coming back as well that we don't have access to anymore. Metagross as well. Really looking forward to getting Metagross in game. So that's definitely something I would like to shiny hunt. I would like to shiny hunt Duraludon as well, just in Scarlet and Violet. I have a shiny in home, but it might be a little while before we can get Duraludon traded in because of the home update and stuff like that. So they're just a few of them. And Smeagol as well. I'm looking forward to getting Smeagol again. It's been ages since that's been allowed. Egypt didn't have daylight savings for the past 10 years, and then this year they decided to bring it back. No way. Random that they just bring it back this year for no reason. So that's so crazy. Wow, 2 hours though out from each other. That's mad. That is crazy. Michael, newbie here. What would you say is the main thing to learn to EV and IV train? Sorry, pretty dumb question, but not for me. What would you say is the main thing to learn EVs? So EVs, basically EVs, there's every Pokemon can have 510 EVs in total. And you can distribute those stats. Like in one stat, you can have a maximum of 252 in one stat. You can't go higher than that. And overall, out of all of your stats, all 6 of your stats, you can't have more than 510. So you can distribute them as anywhere you want. But it's generally a better idea to distribute them into the stats that Pokemon excels in. So if you look at their base stats, what their higher base stat totals are. So if you've got something like, I'm just trying to look at the Pokemon on the field, and I have no idea, like Taurus, it's got like a base 110 speed. So it's got a very high speed stat, and it's generally good and known for its physical attacks. So for something like Paldean and Taurus, this is like really like simple, and I hope it's not like making sense. You would generally want to put all the EVs in speed and attack to make sure that those stats that are already had that were very strong are going to be stronger, so you're getting more stat points generally for with the EVs. You also want to take into consideration the nature that you give the Pokemon as well. You kind of generally want to give that, like, give the 10%, because the nature will give you a 10% stat increase to any one stat, and a 10% decrease to any other stat, if that makes sense. The dragon, we're getting knocked out and not doing well for the team. So that's another thing. So for Taurus, because it's got a high speed stat, you maybe want to make sure that it outspeeds everything in that speed bracket. So you give it a jolly nature to increase the speed, to get extra points there. And then with IVs is probably the most important thing out of everything. You want to make sure that you're maxing those out. So IVs run from 0 to 31. And you can hyper train Pokemon. So you can make the IVs all 31 by using bottle caps. And that's in Montenevera. You can go to the NPC next to the Abomasnow. I can't believe I've just thrown this for everyone. It's because I didn't pick the Iron Moth. I'm sorry, friends. We'll go into it again. That's my bad. So basically, IVs are the most important thing. EVs are really important to maximize the stats of your Pokemon. Natures are really important as well. But that's a quick breakdown. If anything doesn't make sense, let me know. Akil, how are you doing, mate? I hope you're well. And Colin, how are you as well? And I hope you're both having a great day. Thanks for joining the stream. God, the constant time is really nice, but I need to still be conscious of the change to tell co-workers I'm an hour earlier, an hour later. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, mate, for sure. Right, let's change my Pokemon first to the Moth. Before I do anything, this is taking so long. I broke my game. I can't believe I've just done this. Why have I just run into the raid? I'm not even paying attention to what I'm clicking. Don't worry, I'll run away from this. Professor Oak, how are you doing, mate? I hope you're well. 7 Mike. This green Applin is taking forever to spawn. 7 Mike. I hope you get it very soon. Are you using the same method that I was using in the Tang Tree Thicket? Pokemon like Blissey, you don't need to invest EVs. And yeah, it excels in and boosts the small things. That is very true, Ron. What Ronan's saying as well, for some Pokemon that it doesn't always apply. Because like Blissey, it's got a very bad defense stat, but it's already got really good HP and special defense stats. So they're like stats that you don't really need to worry about boosting with your EVs, where you can kind of increase the power of it or the capabilities of its defenses with further HP investment and defense investment, so you can make it really tanky and supportive, you know. So that's something that you can do with those sort of Pokemon as well. Beldum will be my first shiny hunt. Beldum is, well, I think probably going to be something that I do very, very early on, I think. Jinya, how are you doing? Shiny hunt. We got the shiny Applin earlier. We're just doing some Tera raids now to try and farm some Herba Mystica. Not had too many Herba drops yet, but if you would like to get involved, we'll just be hosting them for the next little while until the stream ends, in preparation for the DLCs, because I feel like there's going to be so many things to shiny hunt. Watch when we get into the DLC. I really hope there is a way for us to be able to get Herba Mystica a lot easier. It'd be nice if we did have a way to just farm it so much easier than we do at the minute. It'd be great. I could see them maybe doing something like that. My Grimmsnarl is great as support because he knows Light Screen and Reflect. Yeah, Mimikyu fan. Grimmsnarl's a great support. Parting Shot's nice as well. Give you like a pivot out to like just change board position and things like that. It's super nice. Just a good utility Pokemon, really. And it's not a slouch offensively as well. It's got a big attack stat. It surprises a lot of players, I think, how strong Grimmsnarl can be offensively as well. Especially with Spirit Break, you know, or Sucker Punch. Good options. Ron, I found a defense curl, a Blissey build, and the person who made it demonstrated how it works, and I built one for myself. I haven't tested it out yet though. Yeah, it's going to be a tank, absolute tank. I think the only thing with Blissey is like it can be like a bit of a crit magnet because it sits there on the field for so long, so it's generally taking more attacks in general, so the RNG is going to be worse for it, but it's overall going to be such a good option just to kind of come in and soak up damage. Get these acid sprays off because the sun's set up. This is a much better squad we've got now. A lot are anticipating a Herba Charm. That would be nice. That would be super nice. Could you imagine getting a Herba Charm? That would be nuts. That would be so good. I really think it's going to be a Mark Charm. I think we'll get the Mark Charm. That's what I'm expecting. But you never know. A Herba Charm would be very, very nice. That's what I would hope for. Annie, how are you doing? I hope you're good. Thanks for joining this stream. And Sarah, wish we could buy Herba Mystica since it's technically a sandwich item. That is very true. It'd be nice if we could. We are getting new sandwich recipes in the Indigo disc as well. So it'll be interesting to see what they are and what new items or powers they kind of grant us with those. Eric, I use Grimmsnarl for fake out turn 1 instead of defense right away. That's nice as well. It gives you a little bit more room to kind of set up with things on your side of the field for sure. Clangorous Soul. Kommo-o is a bit of a nasty raid Pokemon. Mark Charm would be so lame. You could see them doing it though. It doesn't really help. It helps out the Mark Charm hunters, which is nice for them, but besides that, not the most useful. I would definitely take the Herba Charm over anything else. It would be way, way better. Chaos, I don't think we'll get the Herba Charm. I think that the Crystal Tree is going to have harvestable Herba on a CD. Oh man, can you imagine? That's going to be absolutely insane. If that tree is just, we can go up to it and just farm the Herba Mystica, that's going to be very cool. I will enjoy that a lot. The tree's gonna have some role to play, isn't it? It has to. I'm hoping for a treasure charm to get rarer treasure rewards more often. That might be quite nice. You would feel like it's gonna have something to do with raids though. Yeah, so a Herba Charm it could do, right? Like a Herba Charm would make sense. Treasure Charm as well would make sense. Since we had the Glimmering Charm for the extra Tera shard drops, you know, so that's nice. So maybe that's something that we do see. I think anything yeah, I'm not massively keen on a Mark Charm. I think the Mark Charm wouldn't be something that I would be super, super excited about. Am I gonna outspeed this thing? I really hope I am, because if we do, we should be able to knock it out from this range. If not, we're gonna struggle to do the Kommo-o again. +6 right now. Is it +6 speed? Yeah, we're done. We're done. Okay, we need to reevaluate our decisions for this Kommo-o. We need a fairy type, because it's just absolutely destroying us with this Clangorous Soul. We got a Tera Charm because it was the new gimmick. Then we must be getting a Herba Charm because it's also part of the new gimmick. That's very true, yeah. Bring Clear Smog next time. I'll bring something a bit more solid. I think the we've got a rock type. What have we got? Fairy type. That's going to be good. Carbink's not terrible against it. We don't want to go fighting. That's the only thing. Azumarill water could be alright, I guess. Other fairies we've got that could be decent against it. It's just for that immunity, really, so it can't just spam the Dragon Claw, which it seems to be doing. Fluttermane might actually not be a bad shout against it, to be honest. Is that fairy? Fluttermane. Yeah, and then expert belt on that, I think. Yeah, Fluttermane feels like a better option. Okay, so let's go Flutter against this thing. It's a bit more frail, but we're not going to get taken down so hard by the attacks that this Kommo-o is going to kind of run. Challenges group. Okay, there we go. Would riot the streets if we got the Mark Charm. I really hope it doesn't. Yeah, need a Friend Charm. Friend Charm. I'm gonna like it. It's gonna be Herba Charm, I think, isn't it? Like the logic that you guys have kind of like given. I think it makes a lot of sense. They did a formal currency in lines of P. I love if the crystal tree did a herba-based time farm. Cool, that would be very cool. Hatterene could be a good option. Sylvian, yeah. And no one was here to cheer for likes of me before you arrived. I hope we get a fire fairy Pokemon if we already don't have one. I don't think we have fire fairy at all. It's always a type that I've wanted. So I'm pretty sure that we don't have one. Pretty sure. Be nice if we did. Fire and fairy. I'm pretty sure there isn't even one. No, there isn't. It doesn't exist, that typing. So that's definitely something we need in a future game. That would be nice if we got something like that. It'd be very cool. We're constantly getting to 200 likes. We've got to get there tonight as well. Thank you so much, as always, Professor Oak. We are on 160 likes. We've got 338 of you in the chat right now. If you can take a second to just drop a like on the stream, it would be massively helpful if you are enjoying it, of course. But thank you again for coming out to the stream tonight. It's always great to have all of you here and chatting all things Pokemon, especially before the DLC drops as well. It's very exciting. Going to be a lot of fun when the DLC kicks off tomorrow. Out of every type combo, we do have Fire Fairy isn't on the list. Yeah, for the longest time, one of the types that I really wanted for such a long time was a water bug type, because I think the only type before Sun and Moon before Araquanid dropped was Surskit. This thing has Iron Head. Of course it does. Of course it does. Right, let's can I fake tears this again? We're gonna drop this time. This is not ideal. Oh no, we might not. We might take no. IHP's been very weird this whole game, so the Fluttermane is not a good pick for this either, really. I'm just ignoring the fact that it's got that it's a bug type. We can drop another fake tears on it before it resets them. Yeah, we're taking them all right. Enjoying raiding with you. I just got a Herba with a Sinistcha. Oh, nice. I am soon. Game Club. Awesome to have you here as well, my friend. Getting those Herba in now is so important, I think. Like we say, unless there is a way in the Indigo disc where we can farm them easier than what we've got at the minute. But I don't know. They may just decide not to do that. And terrestrialize. Do we Calm Mind as well? Sunny Day. We're just Draining Kiss. I think we Sunny Day right now just to boost the power of this Cerelesh. Man, liked it, loved it. Have been so helpful. Thank you so much, my friend. I really appreciate it. Need a bulkier fairy, definitely, Bobby. Fluttermane was not the call. Not with Iron Head on the combo, for sure. Wow, 183 shooting up. Thank you so much to everyone that has dropped a like. Something that gets Reflect and Misty Train would be very helpful. The Sylvian build would have been very good. The one that we're using for the Alga, just swap the light screen for Reflect, would have been the play, I think. At least we don't get hit by the Clangorous Soul. That's kind of a... And the Cerelesh is kind of carrying for the most part here. We've set the sun up, which is helpful, but not super helpful. Okay, we can terrestrialize. I think we do. Just Draining Kiss, just to get rid of this shield. We should be able to do it this time. MQ, Dashbun, Sylveon, Azumarill, and Fluttermane are all good fairy types, but I think Tinkaton 2 for the DLC. Tinkaton's a very cool fairy steel. Currently grinding some money with the Ace Academy tournaments, the Red Stinger. Hope you get a mysterious Beast Ball or one of the other Apricot Balls as a gift for doing it. That would be very cool. I think always a nice drop if you do manage to get them. This is not... Let me just heal cheer. Heal cheer us through this rather than lose this for everyone. Because we're close. We're close. We're close. Did I not set the sun up? Is the sun not set up? I'm pretty sure I did. I'm pretty sure it was the turn before I terrestrialized. I set the sun up. I'm sure the sun's set up. This clangorous soul is a nightmare to deal with. Yeah, Dash Bun is a very cool fairy type. Very handy one. Pretty sure the sun's set up. No, the sun is not set up on the field. Wow, okay. Let's get this sun up now. We're going to take an Iron Head before we do anything, but we do take it, which is decent. So there's the sun. Sunny day. This should boost the Cerulege. Okay, we broke the shield. One more turn and we're done. We're done. This was a struggle. I made this way more difficult than it needed to be by bringing the Fluttermane. So all I can say is I'm sorry. Fluttermane was a bad call. We used our utility though to get through it in the end. Cerulege, Azumarill, and Cole definitely helped out. There we go. It's finally done. Good job, team. I did not play any role in beating this come all. So it was all down to everyone else. Let's go for a Hang Tough just in case. Even though it is done. Just taking its time. Can you shiny hunt raid Pokemon? Yeah, you can, yeah, but there's nothing that no outside effects like increase the shiny chances, so they're all going to be like 4096 chance to be shiny, which is not ideal. So it's complete luck getting a shiny raid Pokemon. And for all of that, we didn't even get one Herba Mystica drop. That is brutal. For those raids, it should be a guarantee. Thank you to everyone that came in and did that. They dragging the team down with the Fluttermane. I know, right? Definitely did that. Cerulege definitely pulled us through there. Okay, let's hop over to Paldea, see what we've got there. An electric. It's probably quicker go. Is it? Nah, it's gonna be quicker going from the middle of the lake. Mimikyu fan. Mimikyu is obviously my favorite fairy. Mimikyu is such a good fairy Pokemon. But I also love Tinkerton, Dashbun, and Sylveon. I do love the fairy type. It is a very cool type, but we are desperate for a fire fairy. It would be a very cool, it would be such a strong Pokemon offensively if and when we do get one. Do you know a good team I should build for the DLC Part 2? Colin, I got two teams. I'll pull them up in a second that I'm planning on taking at the moment. I don't think they'll change too much, but they may do. I might have an epiphany before the DLC starts tomorrow and think I want to bring something a bit more fun. But the teams that I've got, I'll get to the raids. So these are the teams that I've got at the moment. If you guys would like a poker paste of the teams that I've put together, do let me know, because I can put a poker paste and I'll post it on the channel, the community section in the comments if you'd like to see it. But Goldingo, Tornadus, Hisuian Arcanine, Ogopon, Chenpao, and Komo-O. And then the more fun of the two is the Armarouge, Indeedee, Torkoal, Hisuian Lilligant, Cresselia, and Ursaluna. So they're the two teams that I'm kind of looking at the moment. This one's probably more likely that I'm going to go with. Just because you got priority, Prankster, Tailwind, you've got Prankster Taunt to shut down setup from opposing stuff, Rain Dance as well, like disruption for weather teams. Then you're using that with Goldingo, with Nasty Plot, the Choice Band Arcanine, Hisui Arcanine. Then you've got Ogopon, Arcanine, Ogopon supported by the Sword of Rune ability on the Chenpao. And then I've got a Body Press, Iron Defense Body Press, Poison Tera, Komo-O as well to round that team up. So if you'd like the poker pistol, let me know. Stephen, thank you so much for the sub. And we've got a okay, Electric, Tera, Sylveon. We're gonna need a decent ground type for this that can't get burned. So I think Ursaluna is going to be the one for this one. Have we got another Ursaluna in our boxes that I can use with the Flame Orb? That is going to be the call, I think, for this one around. Steel ground would be good. It's not ground Tera, but it probably will do the job. Yeah, okay. Why is the rain dance on there? What was this for? That's kind of weird. Horsepower. What could we use over the rain dance? Probably something a little bit better, a bit more useful. We got anything that's going to be useful there over rain dance right now? Why have we not got facade? Facade, we 100% need facade. Facade. Yeah, that's what we need. Especially if we've got normal type. Okay, so I'll bring the Ursaluna against this one. Okay. Tuck, I hope I can catch Zacian in the new DLC because I accidentally traded mine away. I hope so too. I really do. It isn't one of the initial Pokemon, I think, in the list of 25 that we know about. No, I don't want to challenge alone. I want to challenge as a group. Game Freak needs to make sure the Fairy Fire is anything like Navi. That would be, yeah. Farah on the track, how are you doing? I'm doing good, my friend. I'm doing very good. Excited for the DLC dropping tomorrow. Just doing some Tera raids to finish the stream up today. If you want to join, trying to farm some Herba Mystica. Managed to get the Diplin, the Shiny Applin earlier on, which was very nice. So ready to get the Evo of that when the DLC Indigo disc drops. But yeah, very excited for it. And I can't believe it's happening so soon. So soon. Electric Tera Sylveon. Yeah, Electric Tera is always a tough one, I think. We don't have that many decent ground types in the format. Like, you couldn't bring Garchomp to this because it would just get absolutely eaten alive by potentially the Hyper Voice that the Sylveon's going to have, and it's likely going to have Yawn as well, I think. With most of the Sylveons, they normally have like Yawn and stuff like that, so it makes them a little bit more tricky. Which legendaries are you planning on shiny hunt when the DLC drops? If we can shiny hunt them, Curum's definitely one of the first ones I'd like to do. Latias, depending on if we can get it. Like, I'm really intrigued to know if they're going to do them like version exclusives. Like, are some of them only going to be in Scarlet, some of them going to be in Violet? Scarlet got the better end of the deal with the Paradox Pokemon, in my opinion. So I feel like they might give Scarlet the raw end of the deal with the legendaries in this time around to even things out, but maybe not as well, you know. But Curum, definitely one that I would like to go for. Latios or Latias. Rayquaza for sure. Lugia as well, very cool one to go after. What about you? Which ones are you like planning to go after first? There's so many of them as well. Kubfu shiny for sure, because Kubfu, we can't get shiny Kubfu. And Glastria, Glastria and Spectria as well, because they'd be nice to get as shiny Pokemon. I want Kubfu shiny. I want to hunt them all shiny. I hope they're not shiny locked. I really hope they're not shiny locked. That would make me so sad if they are. Or if there's no way to increase the shiny chances of them because they're like a static encounter. Not a static encounter, but you know, like a static encounter. Fingers crossed for a new Eevee in this gen. I would love to see that. I know all the Pokemon have already been confirmed, but still hopes for an Eevee. That would be very cool. If we got anything like that. You know, there might be hope for if we see special terraforms, like there's been rumored with the Mightiest Mox and stuff like that. If something like that does come, you know, out, then maybe Eevee gets a special form. Might not be a new Eevee form, but it might get a special Tera form, which might be quite cool. Curon can also be brought to your game too. Yeah, it can, yeah. Be nice just to, I think, just to shiny hunted in these games though, if we can. Brandon, how are you doing? I hope you're good. Great to see you as always, mate. And I hope you're having a great day. Gameroth, how are you doing? Do you have any videos on duo battle strategies? It'd be a great topic for those who aren't familiar with it. I do, Gameroth. There is. It was posted last week and it is on the channel right now. The only thing that I think, I was experimenting with the thumbnail and it doesn't look like one of my, I don't think it looks like one of my channel thumbnails, so it might throw people off a little bit. Let me just try and grab it. See if I can grab the link to it and post it here. So if anyone, there is just a bunch of double strategies in there. So if you are wanting to look up some Pokemon, see if I can pause it. If it's got lots of different examples. There you go. Lots of different examples in there for doubles strategies that you can use, put into your team. There's the EVs, the IVs, the kind of strategy behind each pairing in there. So yeah, there's that video. Hopefully it will help if that is something that you want to look at. Very basic stuff, but like effective things that you can use. And for the majority of the time, there's a mix of Pokemon that are available in the base game, so you're going to have an easy time getting those. And there's also Pokemon that are available through home trades that are quite strong and effective. So yeah, so hopefully that's helpful, mate. Not often someone asks for if there's a video and there's one there helping with certain things, so hopefully that does help. Tuck, wait, I have a question. If I have a shiny Kyurem and I fuse it with a non-shiny Zekrom Reshiram, does it appear shiny, or do they both need to be shiny, assuming we can fuse them? Huh. I don't know if I've ever done that. I don't even know the question. I would feel like Kyurem needs to be shiny. Okay. Jingwei, thank you so much for the confirmation, because that was something I didn't even like. I've never tried it before. So as long as the Kyurem's shiny, whatever you fuse with it will be, yeah, will be shiny at the end, which is kind of nice. Got my 5 daily 5 flip baby in 1 sandwich. Nearly done with getting all 15 for the living decks. That's amazing. That is awesome to hear. Let's heal up a bit. Ursaluna's struggling. Very important not to forget that Pokemon that aren't legal and competitive can still be used in the DLC. This is very true, yeah. So there are a lot of Pokemon that aren't legal in the current, you know, VG format, like Walking Wake, Iron Leaves, things like that, that are going to be legal in not legal. You're going to be able to use anything that you want, basically, in the DLC. You can use legendary Pokemon, box legendaries. You can use Mewtwo if you wanted, you know, to make it easier. So there's all of those different options. If you do want to, you don't need to lock yourself to just stuff that's in the competitive format. Thank you so much to everyone. 200 likes, that's amazing. Thank you so much, everyone that's tuned in today and dropped a like. I can't believe this Sylveon has just absolutely ruined our day. How have we not been able to beat this? We still got a little bit of time, I guess. Jingwei, thank you so much for the subscribe and the support as well. Thank you so much. Walking Wick is very cool, Danny. I am with you all the way there. Yeah, we've absolutely bottled this against the Sylveon. Well, even a Facade at this stage is not going to get this Sylveon. We've run out of time. Astralon, I've been cursed. I can't date reset a white flip baby outbreak. I hope you get one soon. Like we were saying earlier, it took me absolutely ages to just get one. And a lot of other people had a bunch of issues getting them. I think they're definitely the rarest out of all of them. That's it. You want the legendaries and mythicals that you can currently be brought over, use home and bring them to your game. Yeah, that's very true. I feel like you have to use Ogopon for DLC. Not that you need to, but you should. That's like a little bit of me feels like that, especially when we know Kieran's coming back. Like, yeah, we should use Ogopon. And it's refuse to use legendaries, even competitive and casuals. I battle a guy that used only legendaries and beaten 3-0. Nice. There's the style points right there. Blake, BGC, train team. Right, we're gonna have to go a different route with this, I think. I don't think the Ursaluna's the play. Maybe just the Gligar again. What have we got here? It's going to be decent. Oh, we could go Arceus. Just to spoof this. Yeah, let's just put the plate on it. Okay. We need to get the ground plate on it. I just want to get through a bunch of raids. I'm using just random stuff, so I feel like it's taken us a long time to get through anything in a good fashion. So let's go with Arceus. Manu down 1-0 against Bayern. They don't turn around, they will finish dead last in the group. It's gonna be tough against Bayern Munich as well, you know, like legit, they're like just such a strong team. They might do it, I don't know. They're struggling at the minute though, aren't they? They are really struggling. Yeah, we've got AC Milan tomorrow night. Are you playing tonight, Prof? A boss are playing tonight, or is that tomorrow night you guys play? I'm using Mousehold, Annihilate, Psysam, and Didi, Armor Rouge, and Tito Lycanroc. TCM, oh, I love the combos there. I love it. 3 different combos, and they all kind of can work together, right? So that's super nice. What, to taunt Kieran? Yeah, to taunt him even further. I love it this time. We've just got a ground on in there. It's going to absolutely obliterate this thing. What are your thoughts on the potential Diplin Evo? I'm excited to see it. I really am. I'm like, obviously, like, there's a lot of talk about it being like a Hydra apple with different heads and stuff like that. So I've got a picture in my head of what it's going to look like, but I don't know if it'll be anything like that. And you know, it's kind of nice going in and having that surprise as well. I guess the first time we'll probably see it, the Evo is going to be against Kieran, I think, because his Diplin probably does evolve into that. So that's kind of like fun for the fact that we don't know what it looks like. We'll probably go into the games, play Kieran, and then that's when we'll experience it. And hopefully it's not too strong. I like it would be cool if it was strong, but if it starts to body us, then that's kind of worrying. Before I found 2 so far are Grimmsnarl, Mousehold, Fluttermane, and Hisui Arcanine. Very nice, Eric. Very solid Pokemon. Archaludon, Blake with your last member. I love it. Yeah, I'm excited to use Archaludon. I think it's going to be a really cool Pokemon. It's just I wish we could trade Duraludon in before, like pre-playing the game, so we could kind of use it in the playthrough. And of course it's got Yawn. Of course it's got Yawn. We got around that last time. All right. Well, we'll acid spray and then. Oh, okay. Misty Terrain, just counterintuitive. The Sylveon helping us out. There we go. It wants us to win. I'm using Darkrai, Palkia, Dialga, Rayquaza, Miraidon, because they're my favorite Pokemon. Tuck, you're gonna have no trouble against the DLC with those beasts. You are gonna have a great time. They switched all their starters. Manu is done. We play tomorrow night. Win against Antwerp away, and we finish top of the group. Very nice. Also rooting for Newcastle. They deserve to pass. Hopefully, I feel we got like done over a little bit by PSG with that penalty. We should have won that game, but it's just how it goes sometimes. It's never a penalty in a million years, but it's PSG, isn't it? So if we won that game, we would have been pretty much guaranteed Europe at least. You know, he would have dropped down to the Europa League, but we would have at least been continuing the adventure, and it would have given us a better chance at getting a result at AC and then just guaranteeing our spot in the next round. So we'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to it. Pre the DLC dropping and playing that, I'll be watching Newcastle. Dad Holly Jolly, how are you doing? I hope you're good, and thanks for joining the stream. Man, if you were to put Mew on your main team, how would you build it, and what would you use as a second Pokemon? Oof. That's tough because Mew's so versatile, right? It can do so many things. It can Nasty Plot, it can Swords Dance. Yeah, it's quite tough to like just pinpoint. It can Trick Room. Yeah, I don't know how I'd play it really. It depends on what the partner Pokemon would be. I think I'd decide on the partner Pokemon before I did anything else, and then the partner Pokemon would dictate how I played the Mew. Unless I wanted to play like a special attack in Mew or a physical attack in Mew. And then you could like put a partner like maybe Rillaboom next to it, Iron Hands next to it with Fake Out support, and then, you know, have Intimidate support in there as well to further help it out. So yeah, it's like Mew's like, wow, okay, well, we got Bottle Cap's ability patches there. No Herba though. The Herba is dry tonight. Not getting much of that. So yeah, Mew's a very good support as well. It's so versatile though. It's got such a good move pool. Have a great rest of your evening. Johnny, thank you so much for coming by tonight. It's been great hanging with you, mate, and chatting while you've been here. And hopefully you can catch some of the stream tomorrow night if it's not too late for you. But if not, my friend, I hope you have a blast when you get around to playing the DLCs. And I'll hopefully catch up with you very soon, mate. And thanks again for coming by tonight, man. Yeah, you enjoy the rest of your evening. Jim, my first stream. Jim, thanks so much for coming by. I hope you're having a great day, and enjoy the rest of the stream for however long you can stick around. We're just doing some Tera raids at the minute, trying to find some Herba Mystica, because it's the one thing that I'm lacking before going into the Indigo disc at the moment. So if we can get any, but if you'd like to join in with any of the raids or anything like that, I'm assuming that you've got Scarlet and Violet as well. So you can learn every Mew that's a TM, yeah. The one sad thing about Mew in this gen is it doesn't get soft boiled anymore. Oh, we got another Coma All. Oh, okay. We know not to bring Flutterman against this thing anymore. Is that the Pixie Plate? It is. Right, let's just give the Pixie Plate to Arceus. Let's just go on with this. Music putting you to sleep. I know, it's so chill, right? At least tomorrow night when I do the DLC, we'll have the in-game music on, which would be nice. I don't think I could play the DLC, like a new Pokemon game, and not have the music on anymore. Like, it's so immersive a lot of the time. Anyway, I have 50 plus of each Herba Mystica. Mostly breed for shiny mons. That's the way to do it, Jingwei. Wish I had 50 plus. You are set up, ready to go for the Indigo disc. That's amazing. Would you buy tofu? I think you can get it in Levincia Town. I think in the one of the supply stores there sell tofu. Pretty sure. Iona's, like where Iona, the gym leader, is. I'm sure that's Levincia. I wish you could shiny hunt mythicals in the game, all the DLC to come, because they're basically all from events. Yes, I'm hoping that we get some in-game, like an event where we could get maybe shiny Victini. That would be very cool, you know, because it's a one like that, and Meloetta, we know haven't ever been, they're kind of shiny locked, never been available shiny before, so having those huntable in the games and then be able to get them as shinies as well would be very cool. Richard, how are you doing? I hope you are good. Thought about flying on your legendary can take you to unused spaces on the map. I wonder what is there. That'd be kind of interesting for sure. Never really thought about that till now. Yeah, because we might be able to get to areas that are kind of like, you know, that area that's locked out at the moment, the what is it, like the northeast part of the map, that might become available. We can only get there by flying to it. It's a really good point. I actually really like that. Most troll move if Phantom Force is used. Follow me, Marshold. Yes. Or Indeedy, right? Indeedy does the same. Mighty Tim, thank you so much for the subscribe. I appreciate it. And if you are joining us on the stream, I hope you enjoy it with us tonight. Yeah, Mousehold Indeedy. So good for those ghost types. Just trolling them. Now search for the elusive 3-segmented Dunsparce Mason. Good luck with that hunt. I have 2 files prepped for the DLC too, and a Japanese save as a weapon. Very nice, Jingwei. That's gonna... Hope you enjoy the DLCs. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Ban is something to think about that I do not think many do. If you have a team for the DLC, raise their friendship. It will help when the battles are hard. That is very true, actually. That's not something that I've heard anyone talk about, but that is very, very true. Just for the added kind of benefit that you get from that friendship in like trainer battles, for sure. Do some tube raids for Herba. I have hundreds. That's what I need to do. Yeah. What, the ones that drop like 10 at a time? They're like impossible to get into though, right? They're impossible. That's the way to do it though. Can we judgment at this stage? Can we get... Come on, it's not touching Arceus. Way better option. Okay, we're not doing too much at the moment though. Yes, that's dodge more attacks with that max friendship. That's probably a thing that'll pull a lot of players through as well. Again, why have I went with a fairy type here? This is like the most backwards thing. And being like the most unhelpful Pokemon. Once again, I persisted on bringing a fairy type to the bug Tera type Komodo raid. I think the Taurus, the Cerulege, and the Skeledirge got this though, to be fair. We're in a good place with the timer. Let's see how much a judgment can do. Hope you can catch more than one Kubfu, indeed. Yeah, that would be nice. I think if you could get like 2 of them at least, so you can get both of the Urshifu forms, that'd be nice. I hope they don't kind of just lock it to 1. Can't get a raid to work. Let me just bring a god to battle. Yeah, this is basically what I've kind of ended up doing. Clanger Assault. Everything's fainting now, which is not good. How much is this judgment gonna do? We need a clear smog user. Although the Skeledirge is in a great position because it's probably got unaware, so it's probably going to be able to just like eat up the Komodo, to be honest. How much does this judgment do? Probably not enough. Not quite. We got this though. It's done. So I feel like we will catch 1 and then an NPC returning character will gift us another Kubfu. Maybe Mustard makes a return in Scarlet and Violet. Could you imagine Mustard rocking up from the Isle of Armor? That'd be cool. Just brought us an extra Kubfu. That might be a nice way for us to get one, an additional one anyway. For the baby event video helped me realize the improved odds. I have 3 of each white, blue, orange, yellow flowers so far. Only red to go. Good luck with that last red one, Kimroth. And please, the video was helpful. Imagine Mustard is the old man who can't keep a calm with Ogopon. Could you imagine? I really like the theory that there's a time loop. T-Tar was talking about it. Salter Herbie, we finally got one. Okay, that's not too terrible. Some decent drops there as well. Where Kieran is stuck in a time loop, and Kieran's the old man that eventually takes care, you know, rescues Ogopon, takes care of it, lives with it in the cave. But yeah, way funnier if it turns out to be Mustard. Mustard, it was actually the one. Disappeared, and then when Ogopon disappeared, he decided to go back, he'd start a new life on the Isle of Armor. That's some plot twist. Kieran will go back in time. Yeah, I like that theory. I kind of hope that is what ends up happening. I think there's a lot of it makes sense as well for the dialogue that we've seen in that story. It would link up really nicely. And then if that is the case, it would be kind of cool to Earthworm. It would be kind of cool to have the Gen 5 remake or new game, whatever they're doing for Unova, or PLA game, and Kieran's in there as well as you know, an older version from the past or future. You know, it'd be very cool, especially if it's a past PLA Unova, whatever, a Legends Unova game, and then Kieran's in there. That'd be kind of very cool. I would like to see something like that continued on. But Kieran's definitely by far one of my most favorite characters, I think, in all the Pokemon games. We've still got loads to play out with him as well. We still need to find out the whole deal. Leafeon, okay. Bug type, Leafeon. Do we just give Arceus the fire, the flying plate? We could give it the fire plate. Let's give it the sky plate. We'll go with that. Maybe an item that will allow us to switch between the Urshifu forms. That'd be kind of cool. It's just the only thing is we've got the scroll of darkness and the other one already in game, so I feel like another. Well, they might make a new one, a new scroll that you can just switch between them at any time. That would be a lot better. Maybe Kieran is mustard. That's the twist. The twist at the end of Scarlet and Violet. Kieran was mustard all along. You know that needs a PLA game for the original dragon. Yeah, I feel like it does, Jingwei. 100%. I really hope we get a Legends game. And if that's at the sacrifice of just getting a faithful remake of Black and White, I would take it all day. You know, so let's hope. Let's hope we get something like that. Just want another Legends game. How would you make a final battle like with it did with Volo? I know they'd have to do something slightly different. The twist there though was so good, and that final battle was amazing. Setcha, thank you so much for the subscribe. Yeah, that final Volo battle, like the twist with Volo, and then the battle at the end, the Giratina stuff was just like absolutely nuts. I loved it. It was so good. So if they could do anything on the same level as that with whoever the bad guy is in it or whatever, would be very cool. How'd you get that god Pokemon? Arceus is available from Pokemon Legends Arceus or Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, and you can trade it in via Pokemon Home right now if you want to use it. It's really good for raid Pokemon. How'd you get a shiny Applin? You go to the Tang Tree Thicket. If you skip right to the start of the stream, you'll see the location I am in the Tang Tree Thicket. It's next to the Team Star base, and you can then set up a dragon encounter and sparkling level 3 sandwich recipe, and then you're really just using a tall ride Pokemon like your Miraidon, Koraidon, if you've got access to those. Dragonite works as well, Charizard, Palkia. So all of those Pokemon do work, where you kind of just send it out and it knocks the Applin off the tree, and then it knocks them out, and then another apple appears. So it's a bit of an AFK mode, while this Leafeon was pretty easy to do. Yeah, you can shiny hunt Arceus in BDSP. We're actually in the middle of a shiny hunt for Arceus in BDSP. We've because I was we were in the middle of doing it, and then I had to go out and do casting for Gdansk for VG, so that kind of disrupted it. And I got a little bit sick when I came back, so I haven't picked it up again before the DLCs coming out. So hopefully once we get sorted with the DLCs, we'll get back to doing that Arceus hunt and the rest of the Pokemon that we need to do in the Ultra Wormholes, because we still got plenty of those to kind of do before we can finish up. Enrique, thank you so much for the subscribe as well. I really appreciate it, and hope you enjoy the stream if you are here tonight. But thank you for the subscribe nonetheless. He's on Edge's game. I really just want black 3 and white 3. Ali, at the same time, I'm with you there because I think a black 3 and a white 3, just because I love black and white 2, the story progression through those games was just like unparalleled to like anything else that we've had, right? It was so good. So a black and white 3 would be great. I'd be happy with anything, if I'm completely honest. I really would be happy with anything that we get. But I kind of do hope that we do get a Legends game as well, because I just enjoyed Pokemon Legends Arceus so much. It's one of my favorite games. Omar, have a shiny Arceus as well. Very nice. Noah as well with a shiny Arceus. Guys, good job though. It's eluding us so far. We have not been able to grab it. It's been not ideal, but hopefully we get it sooner or later. We're managing to get plenty in the Ultra Wormholes while we're hunting for the Arceus. I think in the time that we've been hunting for shiny Arceus, we've had shiny Giratina, shiny Xerneas, and there was one before that. I feel like I need to knock this thing out before that raid timer goes down. There we go. Okay, we got it. That's good. We got the Leafeon. Please give us Herba. Yeah, there was another one we got as well. Yeah, there was another shiny. We got a legend. Yes, we've had, I think, 3 shiny legends in the time that we've been hunting for Arceus, and I feel like it'll be a lot more by the time we finish up with it. Eric, I'm trying a Nuzlocke of PLA right now. I recently found Moxie 2D's channel and started a Nuzlocke with his reels. That sounds awesome. I need to check that out. That sounds like it'll be a lot of fun. Spicy Herba Mystica. Ronin, how you doing? Yeah, Professor. PLA is just such a good experience for a Pokemon game. So different to what we had anything beforehand. Just loved it. And the music in PLA just, for me, hits so different to anything. Like, the music's generally always very good in Pokemon games, but I don't know. Jubilite Village tune, it's just so good. As well as a lot of the other tracks as well. Literally just got post game in PLA, absolutely loving it, Rihanna. I'm pleased that you're that's exciting. I hope we've not spoiled anything for you in our little discussion that we've had already about stuff. I really hope, but I'm pleased to hear that you're enjoying it, and I hope you enjoy the rest of it. The Quasar was oh, was it Celebi as well, Scott? Is that the other one that we got? I'm so sad that Celebi's not going to be in Scarlet and Violet. I can't believe it. I thought for sure Celebi would be. Can't believe they've cut it though. I got most of my shiny legendaries already from BDSP. Only ones I need now are Calyrex and his horses. Yeah, they're gonna be fun hunts to do. Oh, Annihilate. Oh, this is horrible. Annihilate as a 6-star raid is one of the worst raids to do. I hate Annihilate. I hate Annihilate. You definitely need something with Clear Smog. See what we've got. I'm going to bring something to support against this because Annihilate is just awful. Because it gets set up so quickly. And it's got the Defiant as well. Right. Have we got anything raid-wise? Raids, we got an Armor Rouge. What is your Tera type? Fire, not the best against the Dragon. We've got Clear Smog there, which is going to be Poison, not terrible. Ceruledge, which is Fire, and a Rock, which is not going to be good either. A Torkoal, and another. Okay, they're the only ones. Oh, we've got again, not really the best. So Munkidori is looking like our best bet. It's not terrible. It's weak to the Ghost type attacks, though. I don't think it's got Rage Fist though, so that's the big thing. Clear Smog is what we really want against it. Or we could just spam it with a Fairy type attacker. We could just go Pixie Plate and just see how we get on. If there's a bunch of us, we might be alright. It's one of my least favorite raid Pokemon to go up against Annihilate. Really is. Using Magearna for Dialga and Palkia raids. Yeah, it's a really solid build. It's really nice. One of the reasons I didn't feature it was just because it's not something that everyone has access to. Dialga raids and the 21st. Yeah, 21st of December. Got a little bit of time. Who's going to be your favorite legendary from the 25 legendary Pokemon? Ooh. Favorite legendary. I don't know, Latios, if it's in there, is probably one of my favorites, you know. I love Latios. It's such a cool legendary. Rayquaza's up there, of course. It's going to be interesting to see which ones we get in Tera raids, because I feel like the ones that aren't in the 25, the rest of them will be in Tera raid events, like the Dialga and Palkia, maybe. So, see how we get on against this one first up. Since I can't, if it's got Defiant, I can't use Acid Spray, because Acid Spray is not going to be the play against it. I'm going to struggle to, so I'm going to have to rely on Calm Minding. We have Team Lugia over here. Yes, Lugia is another one. It'd be a very, very cool Pokemon to shiny hunt. We kind of wish they picked other legends than these 25. There are a lot that have been left out. I like the Curums in there, Reshiram, Zekrom in there. They're very good. Like, they're going to be nice to shiny hunt. Okay, we've got the Magearna. Hooper in a raid. That would be awesome, Tony. Can you imagine? That would be very, very cool. Because the items in the game, Hooper is available, right? So it would make sense to have it catchable at some point. Skill swap is the play, like Caleb said. I'll have Defiant, yeah, for sure. Can't use the Acid Spray against it. Gonna have to Calm Mind up and blast it with Judgment. But I don't think it has Rage Fist. I think it has Shadow Claw. I think that's its ghost type stab. Yeah, Shadow Claw. But it also has Bulk Up as well. Okay, so there's a belly drum. There's the belly drummers doing the thing. Of course it has Focus Energy. That's the other thing. I forget that it does have access to Focus Energy. So the crits are not ideal. What I'm going to do is hang Tough Cheer just to boost everyone's defenses so we can stick around a little bit longer. When I do Ape, I do skill, swap turn 1, or if someone has a simple beam, that works too. Yeah, that's a nice strat to go. Definitely the skill swap. Just get rid of that Defiant, because proccing any of those Defiant boosts, especially on top of the bulk up, so dangerous. I'll just go for a heal up as well, just to make sure everything stays healthy. I'm going to try and carry here because I can't really terrestrialize because I'm weak to the Drain Punch. Although I could probably cheese a turn where I terrestrialize and take nothing from a Shadow Claw, but it's probably not worth it for the rest of the raid. How much is that? Oh, the Shadow Claw's not doing too much damage. What's everyone's health looking like? Not great. Heal up. Let's heal up. If Celebi can't be transferred in Scarlet, why not put it in Shield? Okay, that's the other thing that I did mention earlier on, Ron, and I can put it in Shield. There we go. Nice. Great job, Zoom Rail. Never doubted. The team worked well there. We did it. Surely we get some Herba for this. Right. We're gonna get any shiny locking is pretty stupid concept. Yeah, I agree with you. It's annoying. I get why they do it because not even any Herba. Lots of candy though. Lots of candy. I get why they do it, because it builds so much FOMO around when that Pokemon becomes available in its shiny form, right? So like it helps drive the hype around like new releases and stuff like that, especially if that's a Pokemon that, you know, is going to be available in those new games. But you know, their promotional material recently has not been the best. Let's see, what are we looking like for Herba drops? Herba, we might be all right going in. So we got a decent amount. Oh, we got 12 sweet. Not the best one. We got a decent amount to get us started with. But I think, friends, that is where I'm going to call it a day there for the stream. I'm going to go get some rest up so we're all ready for the DLC tomorrow. I will schedule the stream tomorrow. I'll try and figure out a time, probably about 11 p.m. UK time. I'll probably start, but I'll pre-schedule it before then. So if you all want to join us to join the entire playthrough when we go through the Indigo disc tomorrow when it does drop, do come by. It'd be great to have you on the stream with us while we venture through the Indigo disc for the first time and try and take it on, things like that. Again, if you do want the team builds that I'm planning on taking in Pokepaste, I can put them on to the community section of the channel if you want to check those out, if that will be helpful for you going into the Indigo disc, at least if nothing else, to give some inspiration or anything like that. But thank you so much for coming by the stream tonight, and I'll hopefully see you all tomorrow night. Very exciting. Just 24 hours to go basically until we can play the Indigo disc. It's going to be so hype, and just want to say thank you to every one of you for coming out to the stream tonight. It's been a lot of fun. We managed to get the Shiny Applin, and we did a bunch of fun Tera raids as well, and it's been really nice just catching up with you all, chatting and bouncing some ideas around about everything about the Indigo disc and what we can expect. So have a great rest of your nights, friends, or afternoons or mornings, whatever time of day it is, wherever you are. And I'll see you all in tomorrow's stream. Rest up well, get ready for the DLC, because it's probably going to be full on when this drops, and there's going to be a bunch for us to do, and it's all going to be very exciting. So take care of yourselves, friends, and I'll see you all in the next stream. See you tomorrow for the Indigo disc. Hype. So take care, friends. Bye bye.